Oh God, I love hideous.
Well, greetings and salutations, test takers. This is the Series 7 Guru, aka Dean Denny, coming to you from my off-grid studio, getting my kicks on Route 66. One of the favorite things we have on the channel is when people allow test takers like Gabby and user one allow people to take a free ride with them. Hit pause. See what the ladies, they have their syndicate, see what they say, see what I say, pause and play and move on. If you'd like to do business with Notman Marks, my discount code with Notman Marks is Guru10. Shout out to the Notman Marks teams for allowing us to give you free look on some of their content. They're a very fine white glove test prep vendor. They have my highest recommendation. All right, ladies, you ready?
Let's do it.
All right. When describing a REIT to an investor, you would point out.
I have my answer, but I'll wait for Gabby.
I'm going to get a little thing like the Jeopardy music. Da, 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 da.
Okay, I have mine.
Okay, what's your answer?
C.
C.
That is the correct answer. The only thing that has flow through of both profits and losses, ladies, is a
DPP.
direct participation program. Indeed. How much must they pass through of their net investment income? Not their gains, but their net investment.
90%.
90%. What else has to pass through 90% besides REITs?
Oh,
The
Open-end
Isn't
mutual
it-
funds.
yeah,
Open-end
Mutual
the
funds.
die 90.
Die 90.
That's what I was thinking of.
An insurance company maintains an account at a broker-dealer. Recommendations made by the registered rep handling this account.
okay.
You say?
I think it's C.
Me
Yeah, I think
too.
so too. Oh, it
Okay.
doesn't tell us.
Oh, we don't know if we're
No.
right.
Yeah,
Oh,
we have to wait.
Oh well, I think we're 2-0 so far. You're a registered rep. You are the registered rep to a married couple, Paul and Jane, who have their own individual accounts with you as well as an account established on their joint tenants with rights or survivorship. If Paul wanted to make a cash gift this year to Jane, you would inform him that.
Um,
Wait. They're married. Who have their own individual accounts as well as an account under the joint. Ooh.
I have my answer. I'll wait for
Okay.
Gabby.
After we're done, you can go to your dad and say, hey, or your mom say, hey, what's the tax consequence? You get a cash gift to mom.
Okay.
What's your answer?
Is it D?
I think it's A.
Yeah, I think it's
no.
Yeah, there's no limit. I don't think there's a lifetime exception for the spouse. We'll see, but I'm pretty sure it's
There's no limit to
yeah.
on cash gifts to your spouse, and gift taxes are not applicable.
Yeah. So
Okay. I did not know that.
investors seeking to add a federally tax-free income. Oh my goodness. If you missed this one, angels
Flunk
leap
the whole,
for you.
yeah, you flunked the whole thing.
It would be
Angels
we took a little U-turn on us. You would be disinclined to include which of the following securities in the portfolio. I like this little U-turn at the end on us.
U-turn. Okay, so
You would be disinclined to include. Okay.
yeah, I needed to
Yeah,
zoom down a
thank
little bit.
you.
Thank you. So
so they're federally tax-free, and so we know that,
I think it's B.
It is B. The U.S. Treasury can and will tax you on interest you receive on U.S. Treasury debt. A moral
yes,
obligation bond is a type of muni bond. A public school system bond is a muni bond, and a special assessment bond is a muni
isn't,
bond. So this is kind of what I call the Sesame Street trick question. One of these things is not like the other, right? During a meeting between R.R. Zach and client Jim, Zach notices that Jim has become confused and disoriented while Zach is explaining the benefits of certain investments. Zach notices on the account paperwork that Jim did not provide the name of a trusted contract person. What should Zach do at this point?
um, okay,
I have mine. Do you have
me
yours?
too.
C.
C,
Yeah,
Yeah.
listen, I always joke, even if that isn't the right answer, it's always the good answer. If you miss your exam and you go back and you say, I think I missed it because every time they asked if I should check with you, my immediate supervisor, I said yes. And I think maybe that was the wrong answer. And your supervisor is going to say, that is always the right answer.
yeah,
Check with your immediate supervisor. Now, I think it was Evan Gavin who you told us, Gabby, who's taking his 9 or 10. That answer no
yes,
longer works for him because he is the sales supervisor, right? So they have to make the call, right? A client is asking whether there are any retirement or savings plans that allow for tax-free distributions if the account has been open for several years. You would respond by saying,
Mm,
Yeah, I think I know what this one is.
wait,
got an answer?
yes,
D.
Yeah,
D.
I think so. I think the pivot for the Roth is tax-free distributions.
I
If
laughed
you
at
hold it
choice
for 5
C.
years.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're
Too bad we just can't all take it together, right? Form our own
I
little
right.
know,
round
Exactly.
we'd ace it.
A client who's a resident of New Jersey is subject to the alternative minimum tax. I like this one.
Okay,
Which of the securities would offer the greatest benefit to this client?
okay, I remember a trick that Sydney told me for this that I think I wrote down on my paper was like, if they are subject to AMT, you recommend public. And I like drew an arrow with public.
Yeah, be careful. So yeah, I think that's
Right,
yeah, be careful. This is a resident of New Jersey,
Yeah, they're a
right? And so A is out because it says it's a municipal bond that's
yeah,
subject.
you don't want it
subject.
subject to AMT,
And San
and you
Diego is
don't.
California. New Jersey can and will tax you on a California political subdivision.
I would go the territory
Yeah,
bond
territories run
Yeah,
with this
territory
question.
is not
because they're triple tax
taxed.
That's
exempt.
right. They're exempted at every level, right?
But if
Right.
you did have a bond subject to AMT and they were saying like if one of them was subject to AMT and one of them was not and they were public, like you'd go with the public one, right?
Yeah,
Right.
you would go the straight geo. I don't think this is the way it's going to be asked. You are definitely held accountable for the territory, and they usually give you like Puerto Rico. But the AMT is going to be an industrial development revenue
Your
bond
bond. Yeah,
Yes.
activity or a stadium, public purpose, non-essential, right?
public or stadium. Okay,
Yeah.
public.
And
or-
so when is it not a good, like if the person is
Well, there
not
it's a binary
subject
suitability
to the
question. Are they
AMT,
subject to the AMT? It's a simple yes or no binary suitability question. If
right,
the customer says yes, they will know. Then I wouldn't recommend to them an industrial development revenue bond or a stadium, right?
Mhm.
You know, Gabby comes from Alabama. I wouldn't be surprised if where the Crimson Tide plays, that stadium has probably cost hundreds of millions of dollars. And I would imagine that some of that is with public assistance.
Hmm.
And so some of there might be muni bonds we could buy that would support that stadium. Again, is I would have to ask this person, hey, Dr. Jones, are you subject to the AMT? As much as you'd like to own the bond, the revenue bonds for the stadium or the Crimson Tide play, that may not be a good idea.
Okay.
Bill has received a call from Harry, an 85-year-old client of Bill's. Boy, sometimes just keeping the cast of characters is straight. Okay, Bill got a call from Harry, who's a client of Bill. Okay. Harry provides instructions for Bill to trade he wants to make, but then seems confused and loses the thread of the conversation. At this point, Bill should.
Contact his supervisor.
Yeah, no, reach out to the trusted
Yeah, if there's a
contact
trusted
on the
Yeah,
account.
contact person, that's who we reach out to first, right? Remember the
And
previous
then-
example, there wasn't one.
Yeah, there wasn't a supervisor in
Yeah.
this answer choice.
Right on. Variable annuities have become very popular during the last several years. Which of the following age groups would variable annuities be the most attractive?
Ooh,
Kind of a weird question.
I
I'm
think, do you want to go ahead, Gabby?
I'm like stuck between two here, but I'm gonna guess C.
I think it's A.
I'm
Oh,
going with
shit.
A as well. And here's why, Gabby, because of the value of the tax deferred growth, right? This idea that the money
Oh, yeah,
is
yeah,
tax
yeah.
deferred. And, the
And
one
they're long,
is like a professional athlete. They've maxed out every other retirement plan.
Right.
and they're
Okay.
long-term, they're long-term
Right.
investments.
But they've got to have a lot of money.
Yes, I don't know. That's a relative thing. They have, I joke. We have nothing against poor people. We just don't like talking to them at brokerage firms. I mean, we're trying to find large pools of money, not large pools of people. I'm joking. For people watching it, it's a joke. Don't start sending me nasty, comments. Oh, that being said, it's a relative thing, and people can struggle. I had a young lady from Morgan Stanley, and she was trying to make a decision about it because if you're poor and deserve to be rich, our business is fantastic, and what for us is not a lot of money for somebody new can be a lot of money. And I said, well, put this in the perspective of Morgan Stanley in the A share or B share. And the scheme of Morgan Stanley is 20 grand, a lot of money. Nah. Right. So that would be, the B share. So just be careful. But yeah, I'm going for A. We'll see what they tell us. I'm sure we're going to miss a couple. Suitability questions or judgment questions. So we're always going to miss, even yours truly. We're going to miss some of these, right? Because whoever's writing it has something in mind. Customer orders must be marked as unsolicited when.
All right, I have mine.
Yeah, this is kind of strange.
I have mine.
I think
Okay,
it's C.
I do too. Given that answer set, I think it's either B or C.
Because you
No, it's
have
not
to
A or D.
have A.
Some basis for determining suitability, indeed. Right. And I like C better because B says the new account form doesn't find that, but I can find it elsewhere, perhaps. I mean, for example, if Elon Musk refuses to give me information, am I still going to put the trade in? And the answer is yes. And it says suitability. I'm going to say richest man in the world. I think he needs some, right? So Kelsey owns 100 shares of two different stocks and believes that stock prices will be trending lower over the next few months and would like to deploy a trading strategy that will generate income for her. What would you recommend for Kelsey?
So she owns the shares.
So she's long stock. So we would do covered calls.
Covered calls, yeah.
Yeah, ladies, if you missed that on the actual test,
I won't.
your seat should shoot you into the ceiling.
It probably will
So,
regardless.
Me too.
You should flunk immediately.
Mine will be shaking so much, I'll just launch myself.
Well, people do that, Gabby. You're from Alabama, and I have friends in that neck of the woods, and they like to go out and hunt the deer. And we got the thing called buck fever. Buck fever is when
Yes.
somebody gets
Okay.
they get the
Yes,
shot,
and then
but then they
miss.
get you gotta calm, and breathe, relax, and squeeze that round down range to get that point you're entitled to. Net capital losses. Here's another one.
We had this one before.
Yeah, reduce individuals ordering up to the federal limit of
3,000.
Yeah, look at that, man.
That's the first one that I have been like, yes.
Yeah, hopefully, whatever. In question 12. User 1, she is a master of these recognition questions, so she's going to hoover up a lot of points on questions like this. The options clearing corporation options disclosure document must be received by the customer.
This is the Datto 15 thing, right?
That's exactly right.
Yes.
So at or prior to account approval.
Right,
Yep.
very testable. Disclosure document, account approval, first trade. Option agreement has to be back within,
15 days,
15
not
days.
back in 15 days, then what?
closing transactions only.
Right on. A municipal bond issued for the benefit of a corporation. I like this, very testable.
Oh,
Backed by corporate lease payments is.
Okay, so it's a muni bond, so
That's right, it's a muni bond, but the beneficiary is a corporation. Very testable. This bond is backed by corporate credit.
corporate credit. Is it this could be either a bad miss for me or is it, the industrial development revenue bond?
Indeed, it is, right? I tell a story about Boeing, my lectures, right? By the way, is there going to be a heightened suitability before recommending an industrial development revenue bond?
Um, yes, because of the AMT.
There you go, right? Very testable. This is a private activity bond. The major beneficiary is the corporation. Remember, double-barreled is a type of revenue bond that has the
Yep.
full faith and credit of the municipality, moral obligation. They have legislative apportionment to get the money. They may or may not pay you, but they're morally obligated to pay you as a bondholder. And the special assessments against the benefited property. I like that answer set. I like that answer set. Current assets. Well, here we go, user one. Divided by current liabilities is.
Gabby, do you want to take a shot of this one? I know what it is, but
yes. Wait. Net. I'm trying to think. I have net working capital's assets minus liabilities.
Well, be careful. Current assets minus current liabilities is working capital. And it is certainly
Yeah,
not.
yeah. But this is
be.
divided.
Yep. So now we're not subtracting current assets from current liabilities. We're dividing current assets.
Yeah. So this is the earnings per share.
it's
And-
the current ratio.
Current ratio.
What?
Yeah. If we take, Gabby, your current assets, your cash, or things you plan to turn to cash within the next 12 months, and we divide by the current liabilities, things you're going to pay, that is not your earnings. That's a measurement of your liquidity. I joke, if you get less than 1-to-1, you better get your butt in gear because you have a liquidity crisis, right? And if you got, 50 cents in current assets, you got $1 in current liabilities. Now, by the way, doesn't mean I'm poor. It just means I'm not liquid, right? It could be
Okay.
both. Could be both. My brother and sister-in-law they're trying to sell their tiny house here. And I said, Chris, you need to turn that tiny house into a current asset, cash. And then if anybody makes you any offer, I would take it. I'd say, Jim purchased 5 call options and wrote 5 put options on the same stock. He has created. Wow.
So he's long.
So he has a choice to buy 500 shares. Whenever you get ones like this, what I'll do is go back to contract specifications. So this is a high-end question. We should have been able to eliminate a vertical spread. We should have been able to eliminate a short straddle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
We should have been able to eliminate that because got a choice to buy 500 and we've got an obligation
Mhm.
to buy 500. So, wow. So let's see. So it looks like what I'm doing here is I'm selling the puts to pay for the calls.
Yeah.
And I have limited loss potential.
Mhm.
Are we clear? I have limited loss potential because only way you can have unlimited loss potential is if you have like a naked call or something like that.
Or a covered
Right. So I
put.
have limited risk and I have unlimited gain. So what does that sound like? A short stock position or a long stock position if I have limited loss and unlimited gain?
Synthetic.
Long stock.
Yeah, that's a tough. I don't know why Notman would put this on a series 7. This is more like a series 9 or a 4 question. I don't think you'll see anything on synthetics. But the way to get this is to do process of elimination, get to the 50-50, and then say, okay, well, let me just think what a long stock position looks like gain loss wise or short stock. Regarding premiums, they are
Um,
I don't for sure know this one. This would be just a guess for me.
Yeah.
But I am leaning towards like in a variable life, they're flexible.
Yeah. Well, variable life, the idea is we're going to have at some point enough money in a separate account to pay for the insurance. I know it's not B, right? No, it's not B.
mhm.
And I got to decide. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know if I want to say fixed and variable and flexible and universal or vice versa.
That's where I'm like struggling.
Yeah.
But I am leaning towards it's fixed and a universal.
Okay. Well, let's go for that. I'm going to go for A. We'll see who gets it right. I'm clueless on insurance.
What do you think, Gabby?
I think C.
Okay.
Okay. You have a 30-year-old client, MBA, unmarried, interested in stocks, willing to take risk on a mid six-figure income and significant savings. Well, I think we could be pretty aggressive with this person. Which
Yeah.
of my portfolio actions would you recommend? So here's where I go. I go 100 minus 30. So I'm looking for 70% equities somehow, some way is kind of where I'm going to start with process of elimination. I'm going to eliminate muni bonds because there's nothing in here about tax bracket. Mid six figures, we could assume that, but we shouldn't be bringing things into it. Let's see. So what is everybody's choice here?
Um, I think mine
Wait.
is,
Um,
I think it's, do you want to go?
I
I
do
think it's
process of
B.
elimination. You think it's
I
B?
think it's,
Like
I
B.
think it's, I think that it could be D.
Well,
Or
D,
no, not
did you get
D. No,
bonds? Yeah,
sorry,
bonds.
B.
D is out.
Yeah, it's
And then
B.
50% munis. Come on. I mean, you're 30.
No.
Oh, my friend.
It is definitely B.
There we go. I think that's our best answer given that answer set. We'll see. The delivery of the signed option agreement must be made.
We just got that one.
It's very testable.
Wait.
Oh.
Wait. Yeah, within 15 days of the approval.
Right
This is a
on.
new option account.
Yeah, very testable. The client of yours holds the following assets in her portfolio. She's got shares of a social media stock. She's got bonds of a local power company. She's got American depository receipts and treasury bonds. Which category would you suggest they increase to provide more international exposure?
The American Depository.
Yeah, that's a layup. I think that's
Hold on, but it says she has that.
yeah, but it says increase. So I mean she's
Oh, okay, yeah. So
increase.
the
Yeah.
And none
ADRs
of the other ones are
have
international.
foreign.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's exactly right.
that was a weird question.
Yeah. Claire expects the stock she is watching to trade up and down for the next few months. Claire may be able to benefit from this activity, but
Purchasing a straddle.
well, straddle, that's a bad mess.
Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry.
Up or down.
Wait. Don't
Clear.
say it. Don't say it.
To trade up and down. I'm not sure if it's a straddle. It could be, but I don't get the impression that it's going to go up and continue to go up or go down. I'm interpreting this user one as a trading range. So
A
if I'm
covered
interpreting,
call.
So writing us.
yeah, I think but by the way, you might want to stick to your guns because, I have to make an interpretation here and I'm going to say right to straddle.
I'm
Whoa.
gonna go A
Okay,
because
so you're going
they're
A.
wanting, I mean, you can put whatever, but I just
let's put A.
like
No,
my
'cause it's
thought
fair.
process is you're watching it trade up and down. And to me, that's signaling like volatility versus like for writing a straddle, you're looking at it more on like you have a definite gain or loss and it's like you're neutral.
All right. Well,
So that's why I don't know if it would be writing a
neutral would
straddle.
be C. You don't buy straddles if you're neutral. So what you just said contradicts
Yeah,
your
writing a straddle, I'm
You went
saying.
C? Well, are you back to C now? That's where we were. And then you said you're going A. Are you going A? I don't care. Just pick one.
I'm gonna die on A. I think it's
Okay.
A.
Okay. We flagged it.
I
We
don't know.
flagged
Wait. Why is it not? I said writing a covered call
I'm
because
now
my
cover
thing is she's long the stock, right? Or did I
It
make
doesn't
that
say
up?
she's got a stock. She says she expects a stock.
Oh, and she's watching.
Yeah. She's watching it to trade up or down. We'll see. We flagged it. We'll see what happens. It is
Alrighty.
necessary to have a margin account if investor will be.
Um,
Oh,
I like
affect
this one.
affecting short sale
All short sales
yes.
must be conducted in a margin account
margin account.
except covered calls. That's the only time you can do an opening sale and not have a margin account. Underwriting compensation for a new direct participation program must be.
Um,
Wait.
all right, I have mine.
Um, for some reason, like I have 10% stuck in my head, but I don't.
It is,
Correct.
it's C. It's at least 10% because it could go up to 15, right?
Well, the 15 isn't compensation. The compensation is 10. Total promotional expenses is 15.
Okay.
Right, so it just didn't ask you about expenses. It simply said compensation. And
Yeah,
so
I had
that's
10
the
too.
case. Yeah,
So it
so
has to be,
Okay.
the maximum syndication fees must be 10% or less of the gross proceeds. Must be at least 10. No, you're saying I can't charge you less. I can charge you less. I can't charge you more. We cleared the difference in language between A and C.
yes.
Yeah.
I'll
So,
mark you wrong.
yeah. Wow.
Corey and Kyle have been friends for many years, taking many classes together in college, including a few finance classes. Several months ago, Corey opened a brokerage account with you as his RR and built what proved to be a successful portfolio to this point. Kyle approaches you and asks you to create the same portfolio for him. You should tell Kyle that.
Um, all
C.
right. Yeah, C.
Review to determine the appropriate firm. Yeah, I like that one. B is also pretty. You would like to meet with him and Corey. Yeah, no, you're right. C, right? We don't have like joint meetings with everybody.
I hate those long paragraph questions.
Yeah, like what?
Which of the following is out of the money when ABC is trading at 42?
Alrighty. Out of the money.
I like this one.
This this would be in the money.
Wait, don't say it.
I won't. Okay, I have my answer.
Okay, it's D, right?
It's D.
Good job,
Because
ladies. Good job, ladies.
because
Already put to be, by the way, it has nothing to do with your long or short. It's just the relationship of the market price to the strike price. And you're correct.
mhm.
The 40 put to be in the money, it would have to be below that, right? So
Mm-hmm.
good job. John is 35 years old and he's currently contributing the max amount he can to his tax qualified retirement plan. If retirement saving is a primary goal for John, you may suggest he allocate funds to.
So he already contributed the maximum amount to
What I
his
see.
retirement plan, so he's gonna go
A
for
variable annuity.
variable
Right
annuity.
on. I mean, they line that one up for us, right? I'll leave the
Yeah.
parameters.
Now I know.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was associating variable annuity with like an older person.
Well, yeah, I'm kind of with you because, if we put that, what was that guy? He's 30 years old. He's an MBA and he said,
Right. That was just like
we
a
would put him in a
misconception I had, I guess.
Yeah. Well, yeah. By the way, and if you go to put a senior into a variable annuity, trust me, compliance is going to call you in a heartbeat saying, what are you doing? The
Okay.
tax exempt status of a new municipal bond is conferred by the issuers.
This is a good question.
I like it.
Bond counsel.
Right on. Somebody's going to opine, right? That's a good question about the legal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And the legal opinion is going to opine about three things: tax exempt status, legislative authority exempt from the Prospectus Act. I know you're going to get this. They can give us either a qualified legal opinion or an unqualified legal opinion, which is better.
Unqualified.
Unqualified.
Unqualified without reservations. Investor purchases 200 shares of XYZ at 18 on March 8th, and during the next few weeks has seen steady gains in the stock, plus others in the sector. As of April 1st, he's sitting at XYZ sitting at 27. Which of the following statements is true?
So first I'm gonna
First, I'm
multiply.
looking to see if it's a long term or like short term. So it's like March 8th,
Yeah,
and
to
then
April
just
1st.
April 1st. So
In a few weeks.
a few weeks. So we know it's short term.
That's right.
Mhm.
So A is gone.
A is gone indeed.
Okay. Um,
And then
I'm long. I purchased 200 shares of the stock at 18, and then it goes up to 27.
Yeah.
So
200 at 18 is 3,600.
Had the investors sold XYZ short on May 8th at 18, I have no idea what that means, and covered at 27. No, that's BS. There's no,
I think it's, she would realize a short-term
yeah,
gain
I think C
if
is
she
our best answer.
liquidated on April
yes,
1st.
Yeah, I
All
think,
the other ones are really confusing, to be
Yeah.
yeah,
honest.
because it went up. We know it's not A.
you were, I like what you did, Gabby. I think that was the initial way I would have pivoted to say, I know it can't be long-term because this is margin is now April. The other, I think, key is that it didn't say she sold it. So it says it's sitting,
Right.
right? It's sitting at 27. So right now she has an unrealized gain. And then C says if she would realize, boom, if she liquidated. I think that makes
Yeah,
sense.
so B's gone because it says she
Yeah.
has realized.
Yeah, there you go. So Victor owns 300 preemptive rights to purchase ABC stock. The rights expire in 45 days. In the event of a 3-for-1 stock split prior to the expiration of the rights, wow, well, what was the other one I said? I don't know why they put it in. Oh, you had a synthetic long position. This
Yeah,
like the same one. I'm like, come on, guys.
So we know that just in the case that they're doing a stock split, that
Right.
they're gonna have
more
more
shares.
shares at a lower price.
That's right. Remember, so where our existing Victor has and all the shareholders have a right to maintain their proportion ownership.
Ownership.
Do that through a rights offer. We should know rights are short term. They told us 45 days, but we should have known that. In the event for a 3-for-1 stock split prior
He's
to
gonna,
the expiration, I kind of like this, by the way. I think what they're testing us on is do we understand for as many shares as I have, that's how many rights I have. I don't have a right to purchase more than my proportionate ownership.
is
But
it
every
B?
share I have, I'm going to say we have 900 rights, not 900
Yeah,
shares, right? So a Victor can immediately exercise his rights to purchase ABC for 1/3 of the original price. That sounds pretty good. D, preemptive rights would be exchanged with an opportunity for an additional. No, it's not that the shares, the rights are connected to the shares. I think that is, I'm going for C. Because it's not that you get to purchase 900 shares more, because they don't tell us how many rights we need to purchase an additional share, right? We'd have to know the number of proportion and the outstanding and the new issues. So what do you guys think? I'm going for C.
I was between B and C.
Me too.
I'm eliminating B and C, ladies, and the reason I'm eliminating that is because we don't necessarily know that 300 rights get you 300 shares. It could be 2 rights to get an additional share. It could be 3.
Oh,
Okay,
okay,
so
yeah.
then C.
Then it's C.
That's, that's another question that I was like,
Yeah, we'll flag it. Surrender charges when exiting a variable annuity.
um,
When exiting,
Yeah.
C.
Yeah, I think that's the
Yeah.
best answer given the answers. I don't, you know, like I say, I don't
I
know.
was about to say, because I think that they are like waived if you
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
for a
Yeah, A
certain
doesn't
amount of
make any
time.
sense and B doesn't make any sense, right? So
No.
a registered rep has a client who's subject to the AMT.
Here
Ah,
we go, Gabby.
the registered rep is drafting a model portfolio, which the following assets would least likely be included in this portfolio.
So it's least,
That's right. So they're asking you which one of these
So
would.
if they're subject to the AMT, you're not going to want to put them in the private activity
That's
muni
right.
bonds.
right?
Right on. Remember, that's the industrial development bond. We call them industrial development revenue bonds. The IRS calls them private activity bonds.
So wait, pause. If you are not subject to AMT, you would want to go public.
Well, if you're not subject, you can pick any bond you want. You might find a good value buying a private
If
activity.
you are subject to the AMT,
Who
you'd
is?
want something public instead of private because of the
Okay.
AMT tax.
Okay, and so this, because of the AMT, private activity muni bonds would be
Are
least
That's right.
least
suitable.
That's very
likely.
testable.
Yeah, because
Very,
they're subject to it.
very testable, right? We're taking a suitability exam.
Private activity muni bonds are the industrial
That's right. They're the
Development revenue.
development revenue. Okay, yeah.
corporate credit,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
Very EVA anticipates the markets will remain relatively quiet over the next several weeks. She recently wrote an XYZ May 40 put. What
Mhm.
additional position would advise Eva to place and able to increase the income flow to her portfolio?
Okay, so she wrote a put, which means that
Yes.
she's
Income flow.
short.
Yeah, we got to have money coming in, right? So that
She
means,
has the obligation to buy
yeah,
at 40, and we want to give her additional income flow to her portfolio. So she would, oh,
I have a couple that I'm like thinking of right now. There's like some that I like completely took out.
so if
well,
she has
I would
the
have gone either
obligation
A
to,
or C because we know that when it says income, it can't
So
be C or D.
C would give her the income, but it would
Yeah,
also
but it
give
would
her
expose
unlimited
her.
loss.
Yeah, but we, you know, so we got to decide, are we going to tell her to
And then
short
if you
straddle?
short, yeah, that'd be a short straddle. Those are the two in between.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go for a short straddle.
Short straddle,
Yeah, I'm going to say A. We're going to say,
because it's relatively quiet, so it's neutral.
yeah, so it's neutral.
yeah, so I'm going to say we go, they make the other half of the straddle is what I'm going to say. But, you know, this too would bring it out. We know for sure it can't be B or D.
Right.
It says
It's
income.
definitely A because it's relatively quiet.
Definitely A. All right. I like it.
I think it's
I want
definitely
to see
A.
more of that, young lady. Definitely A. None of that little like,
Watch it be wrong. and it
maybe
be
it's A.
All right, let's do it.
For many investors, the most attractive aspect of buying muni bonds is that,
It's tax-free at the
It's
federal
tax
level.
free.
yeah, come on, that's a layup as tech questions go, right? I mean, a client wishes to place an order to sell an ABC May 60 call,
Mm-hmm.
buy an ABC 50 call for a net price of 4. This order,
Okay.
Oh, this isn't even like doing math. It just wants to know how it's
yeah,
gonna.
yeah.
Wait,
Altman's got some toughies.
Yeah, like this is all right. So well, it's a spread,
It is definitely a
right?
spread. It's
Yeah.
definitely,
And you have one dominant one.
that's true. That's not what they're asking here, but yeah, we can afterwards do that, right? You're selling the 60, you're buying the 50. This is a debit call spread.
That's why I'm confused because
So
if
you were
it's a
telling me as your
spread and you
broker,
have
David, I
like
want to
one
do the
dominant,
spread for a net debit of 4. You
yeah.
say, I want to do it for a net debit of 4. So I say, well, you're telling me that if you can't do it for a net debit of 4 or less, you don't want to do it.
Oh, so it's a limit.
Yeah.
limit, and that's where I'm a little confused, like, because it's a spread and there's technically two different options.
Yeah, we're saying that you want
It's
that.
entered as one trade
That's right.
because
Yeah.
because you have
Remember
one dominant one.
Yeah, and I think, like I say, this is another one where I don't know why they're putting this in their exam. This is what our third one where Dean has said, yeah, I'm not so sure why they put this in here. However, what you did is much more important is that this is a 4-point debit spread. We want it to exercise. We want the difference in the premiums to be more than full four. We want to close it out like 6 or 7. Break even is 54. Max gain is 6. Right? It's bullish. So all those other things are way more testable than this. RR Sam, registered representative Sam, received an order from his client, Eric, to purchase 200 shares at 21. By the way, so I like this. It's our job to know that's a limit order. The customer specified a price
Hmm.
based on the current quote. While preparing the order ticket, Sam indicated XYA as the stock to be purchased. I like this one. And the trade was affected as noted. In this situation, Sam would.
This is between two, and I honestly, Gabby, do you have an idea of what it is?
No, I was just writing down in my notes specified price equals limit order, so I haven't even read through all of the options yet. 200 shares at 21, paying the order ticket.
Yeah, I thought this question was again in a very testable concept that an error in execution, the broker dealer is liable. Error
Okay,
in report, the customer is liable. So if I called Eric and said, you bought 200 shares on your limit at $20.99. He goes, wow, great. I saved a penny. I go, yep. And then I call back and say, Eric, I'm sorry, but there was an error in the report. It's 21. Eric
Right.
has to pay 21. That's not what happened here. This is an error in execution.
yeah, so he should, um,
I personally would pick A, even if it's
yeah.
D.
Always, always, always. Anytime that's in my answer set, it's like
Eh,
a stipulated in the prospectus. I mean, I don't know what the question is, but I love is stipulated in the prospectus. Anytime there's a question, so I'll check with my immediate supervisor. Do that, right? I joke in other businesses, they have a saying, it's better to ask forgiveness than permission. Not in our business. In our business, you better ask permission. You don't just do things. By the way, C would mean I'd say, what? You did what? You decided to reverse the trade and you decided trying to hammer Eric into accepting an error in execution. By the way, if you do A, then it doesn't go sideways on you, right? Because you got your supervisor involved, and so that's always a good answer. Which of the following investments would be least appropriate for an investor planning to purchase a home within the next year?
a hedge
Uh,
fund.
Yeah, I think it's got to be a hedge fund. I think A and C are pretty good, and then a muni bond, who knows, but certainly not a hedge fund, right?
yeah,
Because those are
definitely hedge fund.
partnerships, they're not liquid. So
Too risky.
cost basis of an investment would be impacted by which of the following events?
Cost basis.
Would it be the payment of the cash dividend?
That doesn't affect your cost basis. If you receive a dividend,
Oh,
that doesn't.
okay, never mind.
The receipt of accrued interest.
Well, that's just going to be taxable to you. That doesn't do anything on the cost basis of your bond.
Oh, is it the amortization
Amortization.
premium?
Yeah, there we go. Remember, you're adjusting your cost base down over there.
I was like, I don't think
Geez, that was a bad miss for us.
yeah.
We'll call it a miss.
Yeah, you can miss it. Yeah. Okay.
Which of the following securities is most similar to a 25-year zero
Jesus.
coupon bond?
A Z tranche?
Yeah, given that I don't like the answers, but given that answer,
What?
it's not going to be a treasury note because that pays some.
Right.
It's not going to be commercial paper, private label CMO, no. An individual holding a variable life insurance policy is considering taking a loan against the policy. This loan,
Um,
Is prohibited. I don't remember if you can take a loan or not.
yeah, I think you can take the loan, but remember,
Okay.
I think it's, I don't know. I feel like it could be A. Or-
No, borrowing against your policy isn't taxable. I'm gonna go for C.
Okay, yeah, just
I'm
flag
gonna
it
go for C.
and mark it wrong.
A registered rep spends substantial amounts of time out of the office and frequently uses her personal mobile phone to text her clients on business ideas.
Uh-oh.
Text messages. Yeah, I like that. That's exactly right. Uh-oh. These text messages.
Um,
Must be monitored by her phone
Have to
or
have, get in trouble for that, right?
yeah, see,
Right. And, and then we have to make sure you understand what the policies and procedures of your firms are.
but
So
also like
allow you
I'm
to
think
use personal devices. Some firms
should
do.
not be sent from a personal device as they relate to business of the firm.
Well,
no, you
every
can as
firm
long
is
as they're
different.
monitored.
Every firm is different about what they allow or don't allow in terms of this kind of thing, right?
I won't say the name of where I work, but I one time sent an email to another advisor just saying, if you have any questions about this, just about this event, just text me. And sure enough, the word text was flagged by compliance. I get the
Oh, there
email.
you go.
They're like, we investigated this email, like my supervisors.
It is amazing they have people doing
Con-
that. Right?
yes, and they're like, we detected this, and it was like, you know, nothing was found to be like,
Oh, you got a clean bill of health on your desk.
yeah. But I thought that was crazy. They flagged
Well,
it.
it's it always amazes me how many people go to firms that have good procedures. And if you're going to go to a place and try and do something untoward, you should probably go to a place that doesn't have a gazillion compliance.
Yeah.
An investor has sold an ABC July 50 put for 7.5 and purchased an ABC July 40 put for 3.5 when
Okay.
ABC is
Alrighty.
trading at 46. The break even for this strategy is
All right, I
That's
got mine.
right. Short one, A, B, C, July 50, put at 7.5, and then
Is
long
it,
one, A, B, C. Wait, don't tell me.
okay.
She
I'll
does them
explain.
so much faster than me because she has like the formulas
listen, she beats
memorized.
the tutor. I joke. She beats me half the time when doing the math questions. Still using my calculator and she's got her answer. So listen, we don't get graded on how long it takes us to come up with the right answer, just as long as we come up with the right answer. So we should have plenty of time to do it. Now, I know that they do make accommodations, but it doesn't really care. I had somebody, we were doing a shared screen practice test, and Gabby, the producer, and we was like, please, nobody's going to want to watch us for 5 hours doing a practice test. But I got to tell you, unlike most test takers, I couldn't speed her up because she was one of the few people I've ever seen that took that long, but got to the right answer. Usually, when people are circling that long, I'm worried about them because they don't usually stick the landing. They're like they talk themselves out of the right answer. Now we do have a memory aid device for this.
Yes, wait, don't tell
Remember,
me.
our
Well, I
memory
know
aid device for break evens and puts is push
push, put, subtract,
track from the high.
higher. So
So
I
we're
know
going to take the
that,
higher strike of 50.
and then my net between the
Net premium
premiums
is
was
4.
4. So then 50 minus 4 is 46. But I also knew that it either had to be B or C
Love it. I love it.
because
Beyond as a
it's
tutor.
between 40 and 50.
Got to be within the range. Love it. That's a 50-50 every time. We know that in
And
a
then,
spread, all the action takes place between the strikes, 40 and
mhm,
50. Love it, Gabby. So you tossed out the numbers that weren't in the range and got a 50-50. Love it. The gain and
um,
loss add up to 10, right?
yeah,
So we
so
collected
10.
4, so we can lose 6, right?
Yeah, so the maximum loss is
This is
600
a
and the
bullish
maximum gain is
spread.
400.
That's right. This is a bullish spread.
A
Credit.
bullish credit spread.
Yep, because it's a credit put spread right on. Right
So
on.
I know that the 50 minus 40 is 10. And then because the net premiums was 4,
So there you go.
That's gonna be the opposite.
That's
that
right.
Like
That's
whatever
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got to be once you get the 4, it's got to be something that adds up to 10.
right.
P.S. Do you want this spread to exercise or expire?
If you're
Credit narrow,
short the
expire.
put,
Expire. Do you
you
want the
want to
difference in the
expire.
premiums to widen or narrow?
What did you say?
Narrow.
Narrow, right? Credit expire narrow goes together all the time.
Okay.
A new client
Wait.
of yours is a high school English teacher and is asking about retirement plans. This is very much a test question. You'd want to
403B.
provide general information to this client about
403B. I
that's a
used to be a
layup.
teacher.
Definitely on the test. Definitely on the test. What is it? Teachers, saints? I forget. There's a good memory aid device for it. Teachers, saints, and what's the angels? Teachers, saints, and angels, I think. TSA, right? Tax shelter annuity.
Yeah, tax sheltered annuity.
A client has 200,000 to invest, is interested in equities, but doesn't want the burden of choosing individual stocks. What would you recommend for this client?
Definitely not a corporate bond fund.
That's out for sure.
Definitely not
Um,
an IPO or an open-ended investment company.
Well, I'm not so sure. I mean, I get professional management, a diversified portfolio, perhaps equity securities.
And an exchange traded note is a basket. I'm gonna go ETN, I think.
Ooh,
Maybe. Wait, hold on. Just let me think it through real quick.
I'm gonna call that a bad miss because that is a debt instrument. So
I
I think
just
interest rate
remembered that. It's
equity.
the open-end investment
open
company.
end investment company because you're
It's a fund.
diversified and it's
Yeah.
professionally managed and they don't want
Yeah.
the burden of choosing
That's right.
individual stocks.
Yeah,
Hire a
it's
professional
open-end
manager.
investment company.
Right on.
That was, yeah, okay. Which of the following would appear in the notice?
Appear in the notice of sale.
Oh, we just had this question on a practice test we are doing before this, I think.
Yeah, there's a couple questions here. The notice of sale appears test question of the bond buyer. And the notice of the
Yes.
sale means that the offering is being done on a competitive basis. So
Mhm.
we can't possibly be A because we don't know that yet. It depends who wins. So A's out. We don't know yield to maturity because we don't know what price the people are going to bid. And the yield to maturity is based on whatever we end up selling the bonds for. So we can't do B. Bidding details. Well, yeah, that's the whole point. Attention,
It's bidding
investment
details.
bankers. We want to sell some bonds. Right? And the offering price would be again determined afterwards. So I kind of like this question. Bidding details.
The offering price would be in the official statement, right?
When we get it all said and done, we'll have we don't have it yet. It would be what we're using right now as a POS.
Yeah.
Very official statement. Yeah, I think that'd be interesting. I like that one. Determining whether a particular investment product or strategy is appropriate for an investor is a major responsibility of a registered rep. Which of the following communications would most likely adhere to this principle? This is a tough one. I'm torn about this one. I'm going to read the question again.
Yeah, I just reread.
I think I know.
What you going for?
Because you're trying to determine whether a particular investment product or strategy is appropriate, I'm going with D.
Yeah, I was
And-
about to say that's the only, I was
and,
between
like,
that or
The
like
investment
the
works are provided
asset
by the firm.
allocation.
But I
Nature,
think D because even though an investment worksheet prepared by the firm is like kind of strange sounding, I think
yeah,
to help
and
a
I think
client,
C is strange sounding. It'd be interesting. I was torn between B and D.
but like to help a client understand the nature of the risk associated with
Yeah, and then
specific
we get some
products
suitability
based
information.
on,
I'm with you. I think that's the best answer. I'm with you.
yeah.
We'll flag it. I think that's correct, though. RST is expected to trade in a fairly well. We've got like a bunch of these like
Oh
trading
my God. Yeah, that's I'm
over
sick
the
of the
next several
trading
weeks. While
range.
the market is watching how developments in the sector will impact the stock price, what investment strategy would suggest to the client watching the stock?
Right, a
Okay, so we
straddle.
know that it's narrow
Yeah, so narrow. Remember the trading range.
straddle.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think it's straddle. A broker dealer is preparing a private placement memorandum for upcoming offering. The intended audience for this item will be.
Accredited
Accredited
investors.
investors.
That's a layup. And then remember 1, 2, 3, you gotta know what that is. $1 million net worth, exclusive primary residence, 200,000 last 2 years, expectation of that. Married and filing jointly 300,000.
300.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
And then 506 B and C and
Yeah, B,
regulation.
remember you can have up to 35 sophisticated,
Non-accredited.
accredited, but you can't solicit. 506C, unlimited number of investors, but you can solicit, but they have to all be accredited. An investor is seeking to increase the equity weighting of his portfolio. Might consider all the following items except
Increase equity.
equity weighting. Oh, this is a crazy one.
This is a crazy one. It really
Increase
is. But
equity
I
weighting of his portfolio.
Convertible preferred stock.
think it might be CMO.
Yeah, I
No,
don't.
yeah, because if you're converting a preferred stock, you'd be probably going to a bond. So it's CMO.
I think I'm kind of with CMO here as well because
Yeah,
I can make an argument. A definitely is an equity security, so there's no controversy there.
right.
C, we can convert into the equity, and the ETF it's an equity security.
But it has debt, but it's
Yeah,
still
so I think we
equity.
got to go B or to D. I'm going for
I think it's B.
yeah. Let's flag that one. That's kind of an interesting one.
These are
Client has requested a quote on ABC and was told 1250, 1275. The client places an order to purchase 500 shares and was notified by telephone the order was filled at 1265. A few days later, the client received a confirmation the execution price was 1275. Which of the following statements is correct? I told you this is very testable. Error in
they
execution,
have to
error in report.
accept the
Yeah,
1275.
yeah, and they might
Yeah.
actually look for a new broker, but that's not an error in
Yeah,
execution. It's an error in the report, right?
yeah, they have to accept the price.
The most important factor to consider when deciding on whether a particular mutual fund is appropriate for an investor is
The
Investment or
yeah, we got to start with our process, first
I
principle.
feel like I feel like it could be investment objectives.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that works. I mean, we go for that first, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're trying to match the investor's objective with that of the fund. ABC will issue a $100 million debenture in the next 2 weeks. The bond
A debenture.
yeah, remember debentures are bonds,
Yes, unsecured
unsecured bonds.
corporate debt. I don't think it's A.
No.
Yeah, you are correct. It's not A.
I'm trying to think. Oh, hold on. I think I might know it. I could get this wrong, but
I'm confused.
I'm leaning towards C.
Yeah, we have a Trust and Indenture Act of 1939 that says
Okay.
we need a contract between the issuer and the trustee for the benefit of the bondholders. And so indeed, C. With the trust indenture, we find the covenants, the promises.
Can you explain insured by SIPC?
SIPC is if your broker dealer goes under and would pay customers, not about bonds defaulting.
Yes, and then registered under the Securities Exchange
Well, that depends
Act.
who we're selling them to. So if we're selling them to, yeah, you should definitely know D's out because we don't register
Right,
securities under 34. We register securities under 33.
3 and 34 is like on exchanges.
Yeah, 34 is people and places. 33 is about paper prospectuses.
Alrighty.
Broker dealer uses Monte Carlo simulations with its clients. The broker dealer is required to.
That's the best and worst case scenarios over like 1,000 different trials.
Yeah, we just see what are our odds of actually accomplishing our goal.
I don't think it's notify FINRA.
Yeah.
No.
B.
B seems like the
Yeah.
most common
B
sense.
seems like the most common thing that I've heard
Yeah.
in this industry.
Yeah. Par value of preferred stock is useful when,
Calculating the conversion ratio.
yeah, because remember we got to divide the conversion price into that. I like that one. Let's see what else we got. It's not A, calculating that. B sounds pretty good. Determine taxable equivalent yield. No, we do that based on the income component.
It's B.
Yeah, I think it's B. Yeah. A major advantage to a variable annuity for an investor is the contributions.
C.
Yeah, mutual fund
Whoa.
wrapper, right? She's quick. They're always made on a pre-tax and tax credit and can offset. No, that the only one makes sense. An issuer of a new municipal bond may want to assure investors there's no legal issues surrounding the offering of the debt and would convey this information through,
Unqualified legal opinion.
yeah, that's a layup. That's a layup. The bond counsel does that, right? They had to think about tax exempt. You receive an email from a client who recently purchased a security based on a recommendation you made and is very dissatisfied with its recent performance. If he were to sell that investment today, he would lose a significant amount of money, which is not an option for him at this time. You respond by saying,
Wait.
Okay. I think I have my answer
okay.
or what I would put whenever Gabby's ready.
Okay, well, I know that it's not B and I know that it's not C, but I like the word there are never any guarantees, but I think that it's A because
Yeah, because
it's an
remember,
email.
any part of an answer that is incorrect makes the whole thing incorrect. So the
Yeah.
minute we decide we're not going to ask the chief risk officer something, then that means it's out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that your answer too?
Yeah. Mine was A.
Yeah. Bob purchased a 20-year, 10,000 face municipal bond as an OID. For each year that Bob holds this bond, I like this one.
He will. It's not C.
I think, is it?
A.
Well, because it's a muni bond, if this was anything other than
Oh God, yeah.
that would be
Yeah, it's an OID. So,
that imputed interest is not going to be taxable to him.
Right, it's a muni bond. So like it does accrete, but it's not
That's right.
taxable.
That's right. So A is
So it's
I kind of feel like,
B.
his cost basis will be adjusted annually towards
yeah.
par
And he's
because
looking
when
at
you're
that.
accreting, you're going up, and when you're
That's exactly right.
amortizing,
Given
you're
that
going
answer
down.
set, given this answer set, I agree that that's the best answer. We're going to have imputed interest that's going to adjust the basis upward, so he has no gain or loss.
Hmm.
Maturity. A would have been correct if it was anything other than muni. I was looking for a choice I would have liked better that says he'll do annual accretion but not pay tax.
Yeah.
That's why, but we got to go with what the answer is offered to us. So
Oh, that says taxable at his home state, which it's not taxable.
that's right. Remember, it's going to be,
Wait, I'm confused what it says his cost basis is adjusted annually towards par, because if
yeah,
you're accreting
You're accreting upwards for a
upward.
discount, and
You're
for
either gonna adjust
amortization, you're
muni
going
up.
down.
Okay, that's right. That's right.
Murray placed a market order to buy ABC, and the order was filled at 18, the best price available at the time. 3 hours later, her friend Kathy purchased the same stock for $17.50, and Mary is now dissatisfied with the trade. Which of the following statements is true?
I think it's A.
A.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
sorry.
a crazy question.
Yeah. An investor has written a triple Z January 30 put at $1.75. and a January 30 call at 125.
Okay, they
Z
wrote,
has a 30-day trading range of 28.75, 32.55. The break evens for this strategy are,
Okay, I have no earthly idea what trading range of 28.75 to
you're right, Gabby. That's just a Jedi mind trick. They're hoping that you think that means something. It has nothing to do with answering this question.
right. And we know that this is a straddle
That's right. It's a short straddle, so we're gonna have two
because
break evens.
there's different options.
That's right.
Like, I mean, different actions like
Right on.
put
Right
and
on.
call,
Right on.
and they're both short.
That's right. So this is a short straddle. So how do we calculate break even the straddles, long or short? How do we do it?
Um,
it's gonna be,
wait,
Call up, put down. Call up,
yeah,
down.
put down 30 minus 175 is,
Oh, we got a total
no,
premium.
you have to get the total
oh, yeah,
premium.
yeah, oh, God.
We brought in 3 points.
Okay, so 30, minus 3 is 27, and 30 plus 3 is 33.
Where do we want the market price of triple Z to be?
Between those.
Between
That's
them.
right. Short inside, long outside. And what is your expectation? Why are you writing the straddle? You expect it's going to stay within the trading
Flat and neutral.
gain. What is the max gain in this short straddle?
It's gonna be 300
What's your max loss?
unlimited.
Right on, because once it goes outside the break evens. Aaron has purchased 200 shares at 38 and sold 3 ABC October 40 calls. Which of the following statements is true?
So she's long.
I like this question.
I think,
We know this is not a hedging position.
it is. But like, you're purchasing the stock and then
You're
you're
long
selling
stock
calls,
and you're selling a call. Oh, that's a covered call.
but it's not fully covered.
Right.
So,
It's not a fully hedged position.
so I think it's C.
Yeah, there's no such thing as partially naked. He's agreed to deliver 300 shares and he only has,
2.
so this is unlimited loss potential.
Yeah.
John purchased 250 shares at 18 3 years ago. John later became ill and passed away. Oh, lots of dead people on the test. And his shares were inherited by his nephew, Steve. The shares were trading at the 17.25 at the time of John's death. What is the cost base of the shares that Steve inherits? This is very much a test question.
17.25.
Absolutely, right?
Because the stepped up cost basis.
Step up in the cost basis, indeed. Now, if this was, he didn't inherit, John was still a living, breathing human being watching planet Earth, and he gifted this to his nephew, Steve, it would be 18. A registrar up advising a client subject to the MT on potential investments would be most likely to suggest.
A.
Yeah, remember all those others are subject to the EMT. A recommendation to a 75-year-old grandparent to purchase a 30-year zero coupon bond.
75-year-old grandparent.
Is
Well, yeah, let's just do the math. I don't want to rain on grandpa
inappropriate.
here, but
It's
you know,
inappropriate.
yeah, 105. I don't see how we're going to make that work, right? Now, it would be if it wasn't to mention college, maybe we could give it to the grandchildren. But the investor sold an ABC June 70 straddle for 8. At expiration, ABC is trading at 80. The investor will have. I like this one. So our upside break even is
The break even.
the upside break even is,
The upside is 78.
and the stock is 80. So are we happy or sad if the stock is 80 and our break even is 78?
If the break even is 78, we are,
Where
as you sold So it has to be.
Wait, the
78.
break even 78 and
Uh,
the,
Stock is
Hold on.
80.
But you sold a straddle.
That's right.
So
So
you want it in between 78 and 62.
that's right. And it's not.
so
So
we're sad
Where's that? How sad are we?
by 200.
I don't. I don't.
yeah,
I
a
like
loss of 200.
call protection available on bond would be most valuable to an investor when,
Interest rates are falling.
yeah, or because that keeps them from calling the bonds. They have call protection. Good job. A recommendation to purchase a narrow-based stock index put would be most appropriate to,
That is a crazy one.
Narrow based stock index
that's
put.
kind of interesting.
Okay.
There's a couple ways to attack it. I could attack it through process of elimination. I could attack it through, what is my attitude?
I feel like
If
it
you're
could.
long, the put that gives you the right to sell.
That's right. So, you're either a speculator and you think things are going down and that's why you're buying the put, or you're buying the put to protect.
I think it's D.
An individual who's long shares of several transportation additional income ain't bad miss. It says purchase. For
Purchase.
income, you got to sell the option.
Oh,
Bad
oops.
miss.
All right, Gabby, do you want to take a shot at it? Or was
Yes,
that what
wait.
you would have put?
No. Um, your a recommendation to purchase,
You should have been able to eliminate C because
right?
the put
A
is not.
put. Yeah, because
That's
this
out.
is a bearish.
That's right.
And then
And then you could toss out diversified because it says narrow.
okay.
Right?
A.
Yeah, this guy who's going to buy a narrow-based index put on software companies.
And since it's an index, we know that like he's looking at that sector
trying to
or
protect.
whatever.
He doesn't want to buy a put on each of his individual selections because he's not worried about a particular one of his software stocks going down. He's worried about all of his software stocks going down. And so it's more efficient to buy a put on the index that most closely approximates his portfolio. And it's not going to be the Wilshire 5000 or the S&P 500 or because those are broad based and he only has 5 stocks here.
Put D just because I got it wrong.
Yeah. Boom. Your client will be making a down payment on a new home in the next few months, which is least appropriate.
Okay.
Well, this is a tough one.
The most appropriate is a money market.
Yeah, I'm with you. I agree with that.
So the least appropriate would be, what's the like riskiest one here?
Yeah.
I feel like it's
I'm-
the exchange traded note.
Yeah, I'm torn between that and the preferred stock.
The preferred stock, common stock is purchased for growth. Preferred is purchased for income.
Let's flag it. You going for ETN? That could be right. I don't know. I agree. We know it's the money market's the most appropriate. So the ETF I like is we can turn it back into money quickly. I think it's either A or D, so we'll flag it. We'll see. A client expresses to you that various factors in the economy may cause more short-term widespread volatility than would otherwise be the case. What investment strategy would you suggest for this client?
So we know it's not D.
Yeah, it's not D. And as test takers, I think both you ladies are becoming good test takers. It's a buffet, take what you like, but leave what you don't. But I always, when I get two opposite answers, I focus on those two.
I think it's B.
I think you're right, right? Because it says she thinks volatility is going to go up, and the VIX is the fear index, it's the volatility index. And so you want to profit from that, you would buy a call on the VIX. So I think you're correct. I like the question. I think what I would want you to take away is that the VIX, the fear index, is a measurement of volatility. And so if you think volatility is going up, you buy
You're
a
not gonna be
VIX. You think
short.
volatility is going down, you buy a put on that. And then this is the opposite relationship. So in other words, instead of buying a put to hedge using the VIX, you'd buy the call. He said, well, Dean,
Yeah.
I thought I'd buy puts to hedge. I go, well, if it's what volatility we're using a VIX, we're going to go the other direction.
And if you're short a call, you're bullish.
That's, short of
I
call.
mean, sorry, you're bearish. So
Bearish.
like you're not looking for
Yeah, there's
volatility.
volatility. Exactly right. Mark invested 175,000 in variable annuities, so that's his cost basis. Over the course of the ensuing 10 years, they have not performed well. Oh man, oof, this is really bad. So he has 88,000 at the end. So that's boy, if I were Mark, I would not be happy. Mark will be able to realize benefits from his annuity based on the value of 245 because, okay. Mark's
Okay.
surgery.
I think I know what this one is.
Because um Mark will be able to realize benefits from his annuity based on a value of 245,000 because um A.
I think it's B.
Yeah, A's a really bad miss because you should know this is once again where SIPC has nothing to do with investments.
Okay.
SIPC has to do if your broker or dealer gets liquidated and
Okay.
covers your customers for missing securities. Separate test issue of 500,000, which no more than could be 250 can be cash. So SIPC is out. You should know that SIPC has nothing to do with the securities except to make you whole if we can't find them. I'm going to say it's either B or C because D makes no sense.
Right.
go
But how are
B.
you supposed to know?
Well, and now we just got to pick and see what happens.
I'm gonna go B
You're going B? I'm going to
com
say, yeah, I'm going to
confidently.
get the 245. The insurance industry provides, it's got to be B because the insurance industry
B.
doesn't do anything. Yeah. So I think B is correct.
Why
was-
do we know that he purchased an annuity contract with a guaranteed minimum income benefit?
Well, it's the only thing that would make it so he's still getting the payments based on that higher number. Right? Yeah, I don't think this is testable in any shape or form. I think what is testable is Mark invests 175 and now he's got $1 million, and what are the tax consequences?
Mhm.
Your 40-year-old client Jason recently inherited an IRA from his father who passed away. What should you advise him regarding distributions from the IRA? This is very testable. This is
Wait.
The inherited IRA is testable.
yeah, oh yeah, this is definitely there.
Um
Hello.
mood.
All right, I'm between two answers. I just am trying to remember what it was.
Oh yeah. Um
That's my propane guy. January 9th, man, where they can deliver my propane tanks. I bought a couple big propane tanks. What'd you guys say? Very testable. This is very much a test question.
I personally think that it's I know it's between B and C.
I couldn't remember if it was 5 or 10, but I think that it's 5.
It's 10. It's very much a test question. Very much a test question. Doesn't apply to the spouse. That's been aim and shoot, point and click test question.
So they
Wanna
have
mark it wrong
to
or right? We're gonna mark it wrong or right?
distribute all planned from the inherited IRA
You know, the
within
IRS
10
wants the
years.
money, right? The IRS wants to get their hands on that.
Right, that's why I thought it was 5.
A register rep is reviewing the current portfolio of a money market fund. I like this one. Which of the following securities would the representative not encounter during her review of the portfolio?
Is reviewing the current portfolio of a money market fund, which of the following of the securities wouldn't not encounter? Okay, so it's what is not a money market.
That's exactly right.
So a treasury note.
Boom. What are bankers' acceptances used for?
Importing and exporting trade.
Facilitate foreign trade. Commercial paper, large unsecured borrowing by corporations.
270 days.
270 days or
Yep. Right
less.
on. A rand used to equal or even out the cash flow of a municipality. Right. And
Yep.
so like borrowing against receivables, what kind of credit rating might a RAN have? What kind of credit rating would a TAN, a TRAN, a RAN have? They would have a MIG rating.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
MIG rating.
I was like, are you looking for an actual rating
Yeah,
on this? I don't
same.
know.
All right. Well, listen, ladies, we're about 90 minutes in. We're about halfway to there. And so what we usually do in situations like this, we give you a little break. So I'm going to pause our recording here and just remind me, whoop, pause. I think I hit the pause of the sharing the screen, not the pause on our, there we
No,
go.
you didn't. I still see your
I'm recording. The yield that investor would need on a taxable asset to equate to the yield offered by tax-free investment is
Tax equivalent.
tax
yield.
equivalent yield.
Yeah, that's almost so easy. It looks like a trick. When a mutual fund's operating expenses are divided by the average assets under management, the result is the mutual funds.
Operating expenses
Yeah.
divided by assets under management.
By the
Is
way,
that the
85 I've always-
NAV?
NAV.
I've always said, when in doubt, divide. And division is always called a ratio.
Duh. I
It's the
almost
expense
guessed that
ratio?
because
That
I
means,
almost guessed that because of the question earlier.
yeah, ratio always means you're dividing something.
Because this sounds really similar to that other current ratio. I know it's
Well,
not the
ratio
same
is
formula.
division, right? Current ratio is the current something divided.
Right.
PE ratio, division.
I should have
Acid
known that.
test ratio, division.
Just mark us wrong on that then.
Okay, boom, done. An investor who purchases a call option on the VIX, I like this one. So they got a couple good VIX questions here. Most likely believes.
Okay, so we know the VIX is the volatility index,
Yeah,
and it
so we're
does
looking
the
for-
opposite.
That's right.
So a call option, purchasing a call is you're long, and a call, long call, you have the right to buy.
Well, when you buy a call on the VIX, you're thinking volatility is going up.
So
Kind of opposite, right? You think volatility is going up, which means you typically mean stocks are going down.
right.
I feel like it could be D.
D.
Yeah, I think D is our best answer given that answer set. And the key phraseology that makes it D is market volatility and tend to enhance.
Yeah,
Now, I
because
don't know
like
if they do
I
this
saw
intent-
like capital gains. Like,
Yeah.
No.
oh,
And I don't know if they're doing it intentionally, but I do know that the Notman team are very smart men and women. And maybe they're intentionally using language instead of like enhance instead of saying increase. Now,
Yeah.
Mhm.
in the process of collecting information about a new customer, the client asks you whether a particular security is right for him. Which of the following items is least relevant when making this determination?
Age of dependence.
Of dependence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that seems like odd one out for sure. An investor who is bearish might place which of the following trades? Ooh, man, this is a tough one.
All right. Let's do it.
Don't tell me.
I won't.
We know it's not C.
We know it's not C. I like that because you're right. That's a straddle.
Okay.
I like this one. This is a tough one. So basically, we're looking for a bearish spread.
Right.
Gabby's right. Straddles out. So now we're stuck with spreads, and now we got to figure out which one of these is a bearish spread.
Let me know whenever you're ready, Gabby.
Okay. Is it B?
It's D.
Wow,
It's
man.
D.
Very impressive. Very, very.
Wait, did you say B or D?
I
She said
said B.
B? You said B as in boy?
It's not B because shorting put
remember?
is the dominant leg and
That's right. That's a
selling
credit
puts
put
is
spread.
bullish.
I thought you got
Oh my gosh.
you got it.
Short put is bullish.
Did you get it, user one?
I got it. Yeah.
Duh.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one, right?
So
Because the
a
shorting put has the greater premium.
right. See,
The
what I was
debit-
thinking is I went, oh, short put. I knew A
Well,
wasn't
remember,
it.
though, the 60 put is the
Right.
dominant leg, and that's a short put, and that's bullish.
Right. I went, oh, it's short, so that's it. But
Yeah,
then
this was a tough one. You only get 1 point. I would give more than 1 point if you got it. But the dominant leg, right, is always
yeah,
lower, higher, longer, lower, higher, longer, right? Lower, higher, longer, right? So with the dominant leg, lower strike calls always have greater premiums. The 70 calls are dominant. That's bullish. Higher strike puts always have greater premiums. You're short the 60 puts. That's bullish.
that's bullish.
And then the other one is boom.
And long is bearish. Long puts is bearish.
That's right. That was a tough one.
So
I think the toughest advanced option strategy questions
is this.
are spreads missing premiums. Spreads missing premiums.
And I would argue like one that is where you are long a put because it's kind of like at least my, and maybe not everybody, but my first initial reaction when I see long is I'm like, oh, that's bullish.
It
And
is.
like,
I
I
made a
have to take a
whole,
step back and think.
it's such a shame if people are watching this now. What I think are great videos, other people don't think are great videos. And I have a video that I think is wonderful. And it's called All the Bullish Transactions on the Series 7 and All the Bearish Transactions. And Gabby, I've made several videos on this. People do, Gabby, so I don't know if it makes it feel any better, immediately equate long with bullish or debit with bullish and credit with bearish. And that's not true. It's a separate thing, right? So credit puts
I
are,
don't look at that.
yeah.
I look at
Well,
the
I don't know
strike
why I
prices.
do
No,
that.
I gotta say, she's starting to, Gabby, don't you think, be a little bit of a show off? I just think.
Oh yeah.
No,
I'm
no.
teasing, I'm teasing. I'm teasing. A client of yours notifies you that she's recently won a substantial lottery prize. Woo! And now wants to start trading options. Your most likely response to her would be,
Ask if her investment objectives have changed. No wonder they've changed. You just won the lottery. It's not B.
Yeah, this one's tough because, sometimes we call the compliance
Yeah.
department the sales prevention
A.
department. A, are you going for A?
I'm going for A.
A, what are you going?
I'm gonna honestly, I know it's like weird, but like I feel like I would still go B
Yeah,
because
might be investment
just
objectives.
because she won the lottery doesn't mean that she is gonna be changing her
That's true. I like
investment
that.
objectives. She
I
might
like that.
want to, do something else with the money. So I
Mhm.
think for the registered rep's perspective, I'd ask if her
Isn't this?
investment objectives have changed and then go from there.
Yeah,
So
and
I'm
don't you
gonna
love
go
this?
B.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
that's so true.
I love this because this is what suitability questions are all about, why they're so challenging, because they're judgment questions, and then we get to a 50-50. And who knows, either one of you could be right, just depending on who wrote it and what their subjective kind of thing is. And
After Sydney said that, though, like I think I
want to
agree
change
with
your
her
answer? She taught you
because
to be.
like she could still be like, I care about preservation of capital and
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'd say,
need
listen, I'm up now. I'm rich. I don't want to go backwards.
right.
You know, I
And
don't
I
know what
think
she wants to trade options.
they
She's
were,
probably going to go backwards trading
I
options.
think they were
Also, like,
trying to like trick you by
Yeah.
yes,
saying
they
that she won the
were.
lottery.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, like
Oh, I like
C,
that. So you just disregarded that as a Jedi mind trick that it really is.
right. We know C is like absolutely not.
That's right. You don't have.
Telemer options trading is extremely dangerous.
Yeah, I kind of like
Um,
that as a
It's
compliance officer.
extremely risky, but like you don't need to be like
Yeah.
an affluent
Yeah.
individual.
right. And then that you need to contact your supervisor,
No.
whatever. No.
A client phones a registered rep and requests that all correspondence concerning her account be sent to her sister since she'll be traveling the next month. This request may be honored.
Um, I'm between two answers on this one.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm kind of like, so just to talk through my thought process on this, I know
Mhm.
it's not A or C.
Mhm.
Um, but when I think about a trusted contact person, I'm thinking of someone that is older and needs a trusted
Yeah,
contact person.
right. Trusted contact person has nothing to do with holding statements or correspondence. So your D is out.
So I like B,
Yeah, I like B
but at
or
the same time, I wish they included like that she'd
yeah. Well,
have like
again, we just
power
got
of
to go with
attorney.
what they give us. Yeah, I would prefer that. Uh, I could say under no circumstance because we're just going to hold if she's traveling too. But that's kind of harsh. I think B is our best answer given that answer set. Broker dealer ABC. Oh boy, you always nail these. Has a bid and ask of 22, 23.50 for XYZ. Which of the following statements are true? We're gonna let you go, Gabby, because she's got this down pretty damn solid. So I'd be awful surprised if she misses this.
Okay. Bid and ask quote of 22, 23. Which statements are true? Okay. So I know the bid is 22 and the ask is 23.50. And I know that the dealer sells at the ask
Right on.
and buys at the bid. So which of the following are true? Market orders to buy will be filled at 22. So market orders to sell we filled at 23.50. Market orders to sell we filled. Okay. The dealer buys at 22. So I know it's not. Okay, a market order is
Yeah, customer wants immediate execution.
customer, yes. So I know that it's not A.
Not A.
Market orders to sell will be filled at 23. No, it's not B.
Good job.
Market orders to sell will be filled at 22.50. That means that, at 22. Yes. I think it's C.
Excellent. Warms my heart as a tutor that my ladies are solid on the bid and the ask
And
and
it's
whose
not
perspective it's from.
it's not D because
Yeah, that's just no, there's not even on the screen, right?
right.
And then I'd have to honor at least 100 shares, right? As a market maker. What if I don't honor 22, 23.50? Very testable. A market maker fails to honor a firm quote. This is a prohibited practice and is known as,
A market maker fails to honor the quote. Oh, um,
very testable,
I forgot the name of it.
Is it
backing
backing
away.
away? Yeah,
Backing away.
Backing
I was
away.
like backing away.
Regarding a new option account recently opened, date of
Oh,
ROP approval was April 1st. The date of the initial transaction was April 3rd. As of April 15th, the client has not returned the option agreement with his signature. May the client continue to place trades in the account?
so they approved it on the 1st.
They did a transaction on the 3rd.
It has nothing to do with the answer of
It
the question.
doesn't have to do with that, but 15 days.
That's right.
They haven't, but they still
So
can, they still
First,
can
second.
do, they still can do, trades, but it's as long as it's a,
closing
Right on.
trades.
yeah,
Closing
Closing.
transactions, right if that's late. The business communications, a registered rep places on social media site, and he also uses for personal communications.
Okay, the business communications that a registered rep places on a media site that also, it's social media.
okay, the business communications, a registered rep is putting business communications on a social
I
media.
would just turn this into your own personal situation. So you're using
Okay.
your personal Facebook page to make communications on behalf of your broker dealer.
Okay, I'm gonna go with D on this one.
Yeah,
I like that. I mean, the firm can always have a stricter requirement. I mean, the firm could say,
Because
let's see.
I was also liking B, but I didn't like that
FINRA?
it was pre-approved by
Yeah,
FINRA.
no,
No,
FINRA doesn't.
Like if
FINRA-
it said,
You
FINRA
never use the
doesn't,
word approve when it comes to FINRA or the SEC. They don't approve anything.
yeah,
no, I
FINRA
know, I
isn't,
would have liked it if it was like principal instead
Oh,
of
yeah,
FINRA, I'm
yeah.
saying.
yeah,
There we go.
Okay,
And the C is pretty strong because, firms have, policies and procedures, WSPs about what needs to be approved and what doesn't. Steve, a registered rep, has noticed a posting on a social media site that one of his clients has recently changed jobs. What action should Steve take at this time?
that's an easy one.
oh, A.
D.
Yeah, I don't, no action required till you reach out directly. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to be changing the guy's account information based on something I saw on social media. Maybe he's playing a prank on somebody.
Pick D though, because that's what I would choose.
But like, you wouldn't go in and verify the information is accurate,
Well,
like,
you don't
you
want to do
wouldn't go,
anything just based on what the guys put on LinkedIn, right? I
oh,
mean,
I saw
I
he
would,
changed jobs on LinkedIn,
it
I'm
said
gonna go
he,
now update his profile.
yeah.
no, yeah, you're not gonna update the profile, but I think if a registered rep has noticed that they've changed jobs,
We would reach out and say, hey, I noticed you on
You have
LinkedIn.
to
I
reach
would
out.
verify that it's accurate and then
Yeah.
update his profile.
So Vera, I like that one. But I also say, I don't
I
think
mean, A is really good too, kind of.
we'll see. We'll flag it. An investor with a $1 million diversified equity portfolio seeking to hedge their exposure may be advised to
Oh my God.
Buy a
hedge means
put,
protection. So we know we're
buy
going
a
to buy
put,
something.
purchase put on the S&P 500.
Excellent. That's exactly right. Exactly right. A firm is preparing to launch a new platform to enable communications via chat service between reps and their clients. The most important element of this platform is
The firm has the ability to retain records of
Retain,
all
yeah.
business
buying
communications.
the Jesus out for not being able to do that. Sam is long, 500 shares, how he might protect his position. You might
Buy a
advise
put.
Sam. There you go.
Buy 5 puts.
An investor seeking breakpoints and low annual expenses may want to consider.
A shares.
Right on. We are rocking. We are rolling. A registered rep making recommendations for investment strategies on behalf of trust would be most concerned with.
Ooh, okay. Making recommendations for investment strategies
Yeah, it's
on
kind of-
behalf of a trust.
The investment objectives of the trustee. Or no, sorry, not the
Yeah.
trustee, the beneficiary.
Yeah, I think that's our best answer. I would even prefer it said of the trust, doc.
Yeah,
We'll find that one. Holding no other positions account, Jeff sold short 500 shares at 39 and wrote 1 May 40 put for 4. While maintaining both these positions, Jeff is, I like this.
Exposed to unlimited risk.
Yeah, he's not a smart bear. He is a very dumb bear.
can you explain?
Yeah, because here it doesn't matter if you wrote a put. When you are short the stock, you're afraid it's going to go up. And
Right,
how far up could it go? It could go unlimited. There's a finite
unlimited.
supply. Yeah, there's no ceiling here. So if I come into your office and say, Gabby, I want to lose so much money that you can't tell me in advance how much. You say, well, then there's very few things that will do that. If you sell stock you don't own and don't properly hedge it, that'll blow you up. Naked calls will blow you up. Short straddles can blow you up. Right? So there's very few things that can blow you up. Don't be a dumb bear.
So here he is
Yeah,
short
he
the
should buy
stock.
5 calls. He should buy 5 calls, or he should enter a buy stop order.
Yep, remember?
Yeah,
Yep.
there's a lot of smarter things you can do. While ABC is trading at 27, investor sells a May 30 call at 1.5 and buys a May 25 call at 3.2. 2 weeks later, ABC is trading at 32 and you closed out at intrinsic value.
I hate these.
These are tough ones. These are tough, but you can
Yeah,
ignore it and compare it to your break even if you want. You can
Okay.
compare the 32 to what is your break even.
buys one.
No.
Okay. So. Not to the lower, so. Debit. So.
Wait. 1.2.
You know, um,
Give me a second. I'm sorry. I'm slower at these.
Oh, no problem. Take your
no,
time.
I'm still figuring it out too. It's
Take your
okay.
time.
Okay. Okay. I don't think I'm right on this, but we'll
Don't
try.
tell me yet. Don't tell me yet.
No, I'm not. I have no confidence in my answer. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. Did you get one, Gabby? What did
Ready?
you get? I got
Yes.
gain of 300.
You are correct.
Oh my God, I'm
Yeah, this is, I think,
shocked.
yeah, so we make our
That
tea.
was just bizarre to
Well,
me
yeah, it's a
because
tough one, right? So
isn't,
there's boom, right?
isn't,
There's our setup, right? I agree that's the setup on the T,
Yep.
so,
right? And it says you close out at intrinsic value.
so I
So
guess,
32, right? So now we got to do our offsets.
yeah.
So boom. I say, well, that's bad news on that one. Good news on that one.
So
You're out a
I have a,
total of 5.2. You brought in 8.2.
so I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So we have premium equals intrinsic plus time value. Which is the one, is it time value that's just worrying about
Time value
the
erode.
strike prices?
Yeah, it's the intrinsic value. That's what, but that's why this is important because on the test they say this a lot. You close out at intrinsic value. So they're telling you to disregard the time value. Now, the other thing you could have done is you could have said, okay, well, this is a spread.
That's what I did.
It's a 2-point spread. And the difference is now 5. And so you can make 3. You could have just done max gain here,
That's what I did.
right?
That's
'Cause
what
the
I
gain
did.
and the
So
loss, you're not
max gain would be like the intrinsic value.
yeah, well, yeah. So we could have said, well, whatever the gain and loss is, it's going to be between 30, it's going to be 5 points total.
Yeah,
And we spent 2, so that means we can make 3.
all right,
Please note, once you go above the upper strike, every dollar is going to offset. And whatever you're going to lose here, you're going to make up on that one. So
okay.
Wait, question.
yeah.
Um, on this, I had, like, I knew that, my premiums, my net premiums were 2.
That's right. This is a debit call spread.
Right. And then I knew that call add lower.
Yeah.
So
32.
I added
Yeah, and
2.
based on your other discussion too, Gabby, I wouldn't be surprised. Earlier, you told us that you know that nothing takes place after 25 or 30 because it's outside the range.
Yes.
The minute they say it's 32, it doesn't matter because 32 is above 30. It wouldn't matter if it was 25. It's only meaningful if it's in between those. So at 32, you go, boom, 5
I'm
points.
at a loss.
Yeah, yeah. So
But then my question is about like the max gain and like max loss. I just have like a clarifying question. I know that the net premiums is 2, and
Mhm.
then since it's call add lower, I'm adding the 2 to 25.
that's
So
exactly
my break even's 27. But
right
then
on.
since I have, how do I find from that point the
But 27, you say you could have made an arrow, say this is a bullish spread.
yeah,
My break even is 27.
yes.
Could have said, okay, so 32 is good. That would have got you to a 50-50. It's a gain. And then your point, you should have said, well, 30 is my ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
25 is my floor, 30 is my ceiling.
Yes.
So there's my max. Good job. Good job. That's a tough one. One of your clients is concerned about the ever increasing cost of living will prevent them from being able to pay their bills and cover their other obligations in the future. What investment alternative would you recommend to this client? Give me a bunch of these.
I'm just concerned of that.
Treasury inflation protected security.
Boom, tips. Good job. Which of these investors is not demonstrating a bullish attitude?
I need to go watch your videos on bullish or bearish.
Yeah, man, I got a whole.
Um,
You know what's funny too? I actually had this really intimidating looking bull and bear. I mean, they're really it's thumbnails, and when people weren't watching the video, I thought, oh, people are gonna love this bull and this bear, and then I just changed it to a plain text thumbnail, and I got more views than when it was
What?
looking bull and a bear.
I need to go watch those.
Is
Okay, is
by the way,
not
I think the bearish one is more important because that's where people really mess up. People mess up on the bearish stuff.
yes. okay, is not bullish.
That's right. This one's a tough one too. I like this one.
Um,
Okay, I think I have my answer.
yeah, I have mine.
Okay, what say ya?
D.
Good job, man. I give you extra credit for that one.
Wait, hold on. Which is not demonstrating bullish? Oh, yeah, D.
Yeah, good job. That was a tough one. Jim owns 1,000 shares of XYZ Mutual Fund. This year, Jim received $150 in dividends, 200 capital gains. He can elect to reinvest. This is very testable. Which of the following statements is true?
Okay, so in a mutual fund, we have to know that
His cost basis is gonna change because of the reinvestment, right?
That's right.
right.
He's buying
We know
more
it's not
shares.
C and D.
His
So it's A or
cost
B.
base is going to go up. More importantly, very
Okay.
testable. Does he owe taxes on that $350?
Yes.
Very testable. So that's called a DRIP program, a dividend
Wait,
reinvestment.
so the cost
Very
basis in the fund will
What,
be.
my bad, man. My bad. Right? These are called DRIPs. They refer to them on the test as DRIPs.
Drips?
DRIPs, dividend reinvestment programs.
So question, the mutual
So I say, hey, listen, you guys,
capital gains and dividends are taxed.
yes, you owe taxes on that $350. So on the test, they might say Jim owns 1,000 shares of the XYZ mutual fund. He is participating in the XYZ mutual fund's DRIP. He's reinvesting dividends and capital gains. And they're going to ask you, does he owe taxes on this $350? He does. Right now, the capital gain will be short-term or long-term based on how long the mutual fund has had that security.
And his cost basis increases
Because he's
because
buying more shares.
he's
right?
buying more shares.
That's right. With after-tax money he's already paid taxes. A 1035 variable exchange is an engagement in a new contract using the proceeds of a former contract and should be considered if the
Is it if the transaction is deemed suitable for the
right
client?
on. Yeah, you shouldn't be doing this just to generate commissions. People get in trouble for this all the time.
But the
Yes.
1035 are free. They're not taxed.
Yeah, that's right. You have no tax consequences using the 1035.
I remember something about like, I guess my dad saying that this is a common thing that people get in trouble for because
Absolutely.
they're like, oh, I'll just throw them in this
Yeah, that's a red
annuity
flag for a
exchange.
compliance officer. I see a 1035. I'm going to make sure that it's B, right? And that you're just not trying to get a new commission on the new product.
Yeah.
An investor has purchased an XYZ October 70 call and sold an October 80 call. So he paid out 9, brought in 5. The break even on this strategy is
74.
oh, is he bullish or bearish?
He is bullish.
Bullish. What is his max loss?
His maximum loss, and it is he purchased the call, so it's a debit. So his maximum loss is 400.
What's his max gain?
And his maximum gain is 600.
Is he bullish or bearish?
He's bullish.
Does he want the contracts to be exercised or expire?
He wants them to be exercised because he
Does he
purchased
want
the
the
call,
difference in
so
the premiums, which right now, the spread, the difference of 4, does he want that to get larger or smaller, widen or narrow?
Widen.
Right on, good job.
You didn't even give me time to answer that, Sydney.
Sorry.
She knows.
One of your clients indicates that having
I'll help you, girl.
She
We'll
does
get
the
you on
same
that
thing,
level.
She does the same thing. She answers before I even get my answers.
Literally, please.
One of your
I will
clients
help.
indicates that having investments that are liquid is a major priority for them. Which of the following may be the most appropriate for this client.
Mutual fund?
Yeah, I think this is going to be important
Hold on.
because we can,
Investments that are liquid.
yeah, so we got to decide liquid exchange traded
I
fund.
would think it's E ETF.
Yeah, or mutual fund within 7 calendar days at NAV. So you're going mutual fund, you're going ETF. I think ETF because of the nature of trading it, you can turn it back into money within T+1. Mutual fund,
Oh,
not bad, very liquid, but
right.
that would be within 7 calendar days of receipt.
Yeah, you're right. My
We'll
first
see, we'll
reaction
see.
was, oh, mutual fund super liquid, but it says ETF.
Yeah, well, they are super liquid. That's true. Dow Jones Industrial Average is the smallest broad-based index. What is the largest? I like this one.
The
Ooh,
Wilshire 500.
Wilshire.
Yeah, that reflects the total US stock market. A married couple aged 28 and 26 are planning to start a family soon and are asking your advice on what investment options are available for saving for college.
529
Yeah,
plan.
come on, that's a
529.
layup. That is a layup.
That was a nice question to get after some of these.
Layup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interest rates have risen since an investor purchased a 15-year municipal bond. Which following is the likely scenario now?
Hold on. Interest rates have risen.
Okay. Since purchasing 15-year. Okay. If rates have risen,
I don't think it's the call feature because that's for when rates are down.
Yeah, that's correct. I think that exactly.
right.
I think
The
we're going to
investor
read
will
something.
likely exercise a put feature
Put
on the
feature.
bond.
Yeah, I think we have to assume that. I mean, that's the only one that really
I
makes.
think it's D because I don't know
Yeah.
anything about like a
I'm
sinking
with
fund
you.
call
I'm
will
with
be
you.
activated. Like, what is that?
Yeah,
Sinking
I don't
call.
like that we have to read into it that it has a put provision, but given the answer set, that seems like the right way to go. A registered up would like to participate in a Q&A that will be hosted on one of the firm's social media platforms. The individual's participation in this event.
Um, this is a good question.
Yeah, I like this one.
Um,
I'm gonna go with B.
You agree? What'd you say? B as in
I
boy?
feel like it's I feel like since they're participating, that's going to be on a social media platform. I think that that qualifies as um public appearance, and I
I'm with
think
you. I
that it
like A.
requires
Yeah.
post filing,
Oh,
not
post fund.
pre.
Where's that?
No,
Three.
no, no, no. I mean, I'm saying like it's not in the answer choice, but I think
Oh.
that it does constitute as public appearance, and I think that a principal does need to look at it
Yeah, I'm gonna
after,
say A. I
but
like
not
A too. I'm
before.
taking A. So I'm taking A.
I'm
You're
taking
taking
A.
A. What Gabby? What are you picking?
Okay, yeah, I'll go with A. I think,
Oh, we intimidated you. You want B? You can take B.
well, I know like in real life,
Yeah,
I
well, don't
think,
confuse. Listen, ladies, don't bring real life into this.
Don't bring real life into
Listen,
it.
you are in Series 7 testing fantasy land.
right.
Least by the end of the week, you get to leave Series 7 fantasy land and get
Also,
back to the real world. I am stuck here permanently. No wonder I'm demented. I never get to leave Series 7 fantasy land. I've been
also,
here for
Gabby,
decades.
if you think about it, like how can they pre-approve something when they don't even know what the questions and answers are going to
Good, yeah,
be?
that's a good point.
You know what I mean?
That's what I was thinking, like with the, like my first reaction to that question was like about like the script. And I knew like that would need to be
Script has
Yeah,
approved.
to
you
be
can't use a script
pre-approved.
in
Right.
Q&A, right? I'm doing
So
my
I was
live stream
looking for
tonight.
that answer choice and then I thought,
Yeah, no, it's unscripted, right? I do a live stream Q&A every
okay.
Tuesday, and who knows what people are going to ask. Your client, and I've actually had to tell people, listen, okay, one more, and I'm going to freeze you out of this thing. I said, listen, you've asked, and I've answered 7 times. I don't know how many more times you know. Your client entering age 67 calls you and requests you liquidate all his holdings in ABC and wire the proceeds to a specific bank account, for which Henry provides the routing information for your convenience. In this situation, you will most likely,
Fraud.
Notify your immediate supervisor if a trusted contact person has not been provided.
yeah, you know,
Yes.
Yeah, who knows if there's a problem? I mean, you know.
You're not gonna call FINRA.
No,
you never
it
call
should
FINRA
raise
for
your
FINRA
attention
calls
though.
you. You don't call FINRA.
FINRA calls you.
Wednesday, March 24th is the record date. So that's when they're going to look on their show list. If you're on that list, you get the dividend. An investor who purchased the shares in January and sells them regular way on March 23rd. So that's the trade date. Settlement T+1. His name comes off the
They're
shareholders.
entitled, they're entitled to the dividend.
Well, I'm not sure, right?
Wait.
Hold on. We did the trade on March 23rd. Ownership changes hands on the 24th.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to be on the shareholder list.
Because the record date and a cash dividend is the same day as the X date.
To get
Oh, you know what, Gabby? You're right.
And the
I'm
X
thinking
date
of
is
a-
the without dividend day.
right? The X date is the same as the record.
Yep,
So the
they made that
Wednesday is the
change and
first
I
date.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
wasn't thinking of that. So
All
yeah,
right.
they're
So
not
what's our,
entitled.
what are we going to say?
Not entitled.
Yeah, because you're
Right?
going to come
Not
off.
entitled to receive the dividend.
The guy who bought it on that day will be on the list. He's going to get it. An investor sold ABC stock for a loss 2 weeks ago, and today has purchased a convertible bond. Ooh, aren't you clever? The purchase of the bond.
Oh, if they sold it 2 weeks ago and then purchased it, that's the wash
aren't you
sale.
clever? You think you're
Wash.
clever. That's right. You think you're clever, but that's a wash sale, right?
They were trying to use it for a
Will
loss.
likely trigger the wash sale and prevent a, yeah, there we go, A, right?
Yeah,
Is it prohibited by IRS rules that occurred 38? Yeah, I don't think prohibited is as good as just saying it's a wash sale.
So a wash sale, the time frame is 15,
30 days.
30 days.
30 days, right? You are meeting with a potential new customer who was referred to you by an existing customer. You are telling her about the services offered by your firm and the platforms available to her to access many of your firm's research tools. While collecting information from her, she is unwilling to share important financial information and her investment goals. She hopes you will still be able to help her. You should tell her,
you can open the account but not solicit any transactions.
well, that comes up a lot, right? Unless I have some way of determining suitability, right? Ooh, I don't know why they're into synthetics. This is the same question asked from the reverse perspective. All right, so let's talk about a long stock. In a long stock, I have limited risk.
I'm bullish.
That's right. I'm bullish and I have
My
unlimited.
maximum gains unlimited.
Right on. So now you're right on. So now what we're going to do is look in the answer set for something that has that same max gain unlimited, max loss, bullish, right? And that will be our answer because that's what synthetic means. So purchasing calls and puts on the same underlying stock. That would be a straddle.
Is it D?
Purchasing calls, there we go. Unlimited gain, writing puts, limited loss. Yeah, right on. Right. I don't know why they have this in a series 7. Synthetics are more like 4 and 9s, but for whatever reason, they have the same question. By the way, well, hold on just a sec.
Yeah, wait.
Purchasing the
calls.
no, because we can only use options, right? It can't be we're going to buy the stock and buy a put. Buying the stock and buying a put is a synthetic long call, right? Because that gives you the unlimited risk. So yeah, boom. A client, just want to check out B, selling calls, no. A client with income as an investment objective may be interested in all the following except.
Okay.
Oh.
Income.
Well, we know A and B for sure. And we do
It's
have like
C.
oil and gas income programs. I'm not sure about this one.
No,
Stock
that's
index
C.
fund. You think it's C?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why
Because
is it C?
DPPs are normally illiquid, like they're known to be
Well,
illiquid.
the question isn't about liquid. It's about income, isn't it?
Yeah, but they want income, so why are you gonna put them in an
Well, I could give you an
a
all cash
not a
real estate.
liquid security?
Maybe I'm prejudicial because I sold a lot of partnerships as income vehicles. Right? We're going to go buy apartment buildings. We're going to collect the rent. We're going to pass it through the partners.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with C,
I'm
but
going.
you
I
guys
would
go with
have
whatever you
answered
think.
D. Let's flag it. I'm I'm going that D is the answer. So let's see if the two goes.
Stock index fund?
Yeah, because they're partnerships that
Growth.
specifically organized for income. We don't buy index funds for income.
You buy index
Nobody
funds
at
for
your firm
growth.
that has bought an index fund and you call and say, what's your objective? Income. There are
I'm
plenty of
going with
people at your
D.
firm who said, I'm covered call. I buy utility stocks. I bought an oil
Which
and
one are you
gas.
going, Gabby? D?
D.
She's with
You guys
me.
are both going D?
We're both going D. All
I'm
right. Let's see.
alone. All right,
You're alone. You're
we
on
have
an
to check this
island.
one.
We're going to vote you off our island.
We have to check that one.
We are. I flagged it. You have
Okay.
a couple who are approaching retirement. Let's just make sure I flagged. I can't tell if it tells you.
I know. I
Yeah,
can't tell
hit
when
flag.
you're
Black when it's
flagging it when you're
flagged.
not.
Okay,
It's
good.
black when it's flagged, yeah.
You have a couple who are approaching retirement in the next couple of years, and they're asking you what a good mix of assets for them would be. They have substantial savings. They're debt free. What would you recommend to them?
Okay, so if we know they're approaching retirement, we're assuming they're probably
Older.
59.
Yeah. Be careful though. Retirement's going to last what, 20, 30 years?
True. So we're gonna go with like not a lot in equity though, is like the first thing I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I think I would, but I miss these all the time because I'm prejudicial in favor of equities all the time. So, I don't
kind
think
of-
C. What do you think? I'm going to go. I like A. I don't want any options. 30% cash is too much.
I
Right.
think it's
Either A or
C.
C. You're going C?
I'm going with also C.
C? Okay, so I'm saying A. So you guys are going C. We'll fly. Let's see what happens. Abby owns 300 shares of a restricted security as indicated by the legend that affixed to the certificates. Wow, I haven't anybody who's had real certificates that have legend red letters that say stop transfer in what, decades? In order for Abby to sell her shares using Rule 144, now we get to the test point.
Okay, so we know 144 is for like
How do we
restricted.
turn unregistered red letter legend restricted stock? All that means the same damn thing into registered stock so we can sell it. So Abby has have to have held this for 6 months.
Mhm.
If so, then we can have that nasty red
I think it's
letter
B.
legend say get rid of it. Right?
Yeah, is it B?
Yeah. And to have that removed, she has to have held it for what?
6 months.
6 months, very testable. It doesn't say she's an affiliate, so good news. She doesn't have to worry about volume limitations or any of that stuff.
Affiliate is control stock.
Yes.
Yeah.
An investor is short a June 100 call and
Oh
long a
my
June 90 call. Right
Ooh.
on. Positions were established simultaneously when the spread was 3.
What?
The spread is now 5.5. Oh, I like this one. This is a good one. So the difference was 3. Now the difference is 5.5. It's widened. Is this good news or bad
Yeah.
news?
Wait, don't tell me. Short. Okay, call, add, lower. So we know the dominant leg is the long June 90.
Ooh, awesome.
And so if we're long a call, we know that it's and this is where I get confused.
Well, so far, you're spot on, my friend. As your tutor, you're warming my heart. That's right.
So it was 90 to 100. The
That's
spread,
right.
the difference between those was 3 points. Now it's 5.
And they're asking, is this good news or bad news? If I'm your broker and I say we did the spread for 3, we can close it for 5.5. Are you happy or sad?
Long. Okay, this is where I confuse myself. So what I'm thinking is long 90 call. I know a long call.
You're correct. You said that that's the dominant leg. So this is a debit call.
The debit. So
Okay,
it's
so I want it to widen.
There you go.
So I'm happy.
debit widen and then what?
Exercise.
Exercise.
Mhm.
So here, if we opened it up, we did an opening purchase at 3. We do a closing sale at 5.5. We're winners. By the way, the most it could widen to, the most it could widen to is your point about the 90 and the 10, the 110. Right? The most it could widen to is 10. 3 minus 10 is 7. So The most you could make is 7. All right, so now we got to answer the question.
Okay, so, um,
You should definitely know it can't be C because the whole point of a spread is
yeah,
like between 90 and 100. So C, you should definitely know is not the case.
um, and I, and it's not a loss, so it's not
It's not
D.
a loss. So there you go.
Um,
Oh,
yeah,
right. It says the spread is, which of the following closing out would result in all options trading short term. I like that one. Couple good
Can
spread
we,
questions here.
can we talk really quick about like opening a long position, that's an opening purchase?
That's right. So this was an opening purchase.
Um, and then closing
Yeah. So as
a
your broker,
long
I
position
say,
would be a closing sale.
that's right. I said we bought the spread for 3. We bought the spread for 3. We did an opening purchase of this spread for 3. We can close the spread out, closing sale at 5.5.
Okay.
We make 2.
can you remind one more time, when you're opening, that means you are buying, you're
No,
purchasing.
no. You could have done an opening sale if this was a credit spread.
I
Opening,
get confused between open and close.
So opening a
open.
short position would be an opening sale.
You're either, what are you doing? You're either buying or selling, right? So
Right,
open, right? What are you opening? You're either opening with a long position or you're opening with a short position.
right.
You're either doing an opening purchase or an opening sale.
And that would mean that you, if you're opening, you don't have the option yet.
Opening means you're a new player,
Okay.
right? I
And
always
so
use
then if
casino
you're
example.
closing, you're getting out of the options
That's
contract.
right. Yeah, I joke.
And if you're long, if you're doing a closing out of the,
Let's just do this. You ladies have done an opening purchase for your tutoring sessions. You have gone long the tutoring session, right? Now, good news or bad news, you're not going to be able to do a closing sale, right? You've exercised.
Got it.
From my perspective, that's an opening sale. For you, it's money out, right?
for
My
you, it's
family
money
gets
in.
upset with me. Yeah, they get upset with me, but they say, "What's going on today?" I said, "Well, I'm short a couple sessions. I'm short a couple tutoring sessions. That means I've sold them, right?" Now, if I
Alrighty.
was really to want to get out, I could call you and say, "Hey, listen, I don't want to do this today. Can I buy that back from you?" Or maybe, you're clever enough to when I say I'll refund your money, you say, "Well, Dean, I think I need a little extra for my time and
Hey, you
talent."
owe me a premium.
There you go, right? So I joke when I go to the casino, I go to the cage, I do my opening purchase, right? I'm buying the chips. From their perspective, it's an opening sale, right? And then when I'm done, I ready to go home. I go, "Hey, time to do my closing sale." That means I'm leaving the casino. So we got to know, are you a new player or an old player? Opening means you're a new
Alrighty.
player.
Next question.
Your new client, Ralph, age 60, has provided certain requested information during the opening process, including the name of a business affiliate, Ken, who should be used as an alternate contact on the account. Should Ralph demonstrate any unusual behavior or raise any issues that are concerning to you, you would most likely notify.
Ken is used as an
The alternate
I have no
contact
idea who
Ken,
this Ken guy is.
yes. So we,
but it says he should be used as an alternate contact.
Yeah, I don't think I'm
so
going
we
to.
contact Ken.
I'm just going to tell the guy. I'm going to go with A. I don't have any idea who this Ken guy is.
But he's his contact.
It doesn't say he's age 60. He's not. It's not a trusted contact person.
Oh,
I don't know. I could miss it.
Right,
I just think this is all
compliance.
BS. I think this whole
Yeah,
thing is BS.
compliance.
Yeah, I think it's. I think it's
That's
A.
a
I'm going for
crazy
A.
one.
we know it's not B or C because
Yeah, no, it's
even if Ralph has a wife or child, they have no business knowing his
we don't have
information.
alternative contact people. I'd say, listen, what's this guy's name? Ralph. I don't know what to tell you. We don't have a thing called an alternative contact person for your business affiliate, Ken.
You're right.
If you want, I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm going for A. What do you want? You want D? It's either A or D. You're right.
I think A.
I'm going A. I'm going to say, I'm not going to get entangled with this Ken guy. Joe buys a May 30 call, sells a May 40 call. This trade will be profitable, Joe, if
Uh, B,
Call, add lower, 30 lower, buy, I'm debit,
B.
Yeah, if it means exercise and do the do like Mountain Dew.
yes.
Just do the do. Toby recently opened a new account, and based on the information provided, he's risk adverse. He prefers investments that can be converted in cash easily. Which of the following products is least suitable for Toby?
Bond, treasury bond,
No, bad miss.
I think
ETN.
it's the ETN.
Yeah, ETNs are thinly traded. Treasury bond, the treasury market is very liquid.
But I was thinking,
Very easy for
he
you
wants
to.
to be converted to cash easily, and a bond has a maturity, treasury bond
Well,
has a
no,
long
but there's a
maturity.
secondary market in treasuries that's huge. Huge. There's no more liquid market than the treasury market.
But I was thinking with treasury bond has a maturity of like,
You're right. You're correct, but that's not the question. The question is, how quick can you turn a treasury bond into cash? Takes me
oh,
seconds to do that.
as soon as you want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. A client of yours expresses their concern about investment risk while investing and having market exposure.
Oh,
Which of the following alternatives would you recommend to this client?
zero
Re
coupon bond.
zero coupon bond.
Right. Yeah. They have no reinvestment risk. That's very testable. Right. The zeros are good to lock in.
Zero. Because they don't pay.
Yeah. Your rate of return is
interest.
locked in. Howard has provided his broker dealer with information on a new option account and is waiting clearance to place his first trade. Howard may execute a trade in his account. If you miss this one, you should flunk the entire test immediately.
Don't say that.
Don't tell me.
Into the ceiling you go.
Dado 15.
Yep.
So we've got Howard has provided his broker dealer with information to open a new option account, and he's awaiting clearance to place his first trade. So he hasn't gotten the A yet.
That's right. That's exactly right. So what do we tell Howard?
We can't
Cool your jets,
trade.
my friend. Cool your jets.
Mhm.
We can't trade. So following the approval of the account by a registered options
go.
Oh,
Boom.
principal. Yeah.
Call Howard and say, okay, Howard, you got your clearance for your first trade, ready for takeoff.
It needs to be approved before he
15
trades.
Yeah, that's right. Boom. An investor owns 200 shares of ABC stock and is long 2 ABC puts
Uh-huh.
and holds a short position 2 ABC calls has created. They've got a couple of high-end option questions here.
That's
Okay.
So it's not a straddle.
no.
No. But I'm confused why it's a spread because
It's
It's
not a
not.
spread.
the actions are different.
It's not a spread.
It's
not.
not
Oh,
a spread. I think it's
a
a married
collar.
put.
It's a collar. That's right.
Or a
You're
collar,
selling the
yeah.
calls to pay for the puts. It's a collar.
Mhm. Collar.
Can
Right.
you remind me why it's a collar? What did you say?
A collar because you don't participate past the strike price of the call on the gain, right? A collar. You don't participate past the downside on the strike price of the put. I have, Gabby, a beautiful video on cashless collars. I love my thumbnail. I got a collar, I got an apple in the middle, and I got a call on this side and a put on this side. You know, I'm very proud of my graphic artistry. It's another one. I didn't have a collar video until for 3 years or so. But
So a collar is a call and a put.
that's right. Mark Cuban, I tell the story, and you probably heard about Mark Cuban buying puts on his Yahoo stock position. I never want to cloud people's minds. I don't tell people it was actually a collar. The Cuban sold the calls to fund the purchase of the puts. So the insurance
Oh.
had no out-of-pocket cost to him. Right now, that means he doesn't participate past the strike price of his call. He doesn't participate past the strike price as a put. Right. That's why you got that put there. And to fund the purchase. Now, cashless caller means you got enough for the calls that you didn't have to come up with any money for the puts.
Okay.
And then a married put.
Married put is when you marry the put to the stock position. So that would just be the stock plus the put.
Okay.
A stockholder may hold her shares in electronic book entry form with the transfer agent of an issuer through the facility of,
Uh,
Is that the direct
DRS.
registration system?
yeah, I think that's the other, it's not C or D. And ACAT says the account transfers, right? Transaction reporting. So I think that's the answer. I don't know. I could miss that. Bonds are likely to be called when.
Interest
Interest
rates
rates are
falling.
falling.
Oh, you guys warm my heart when you get some of these good answers. Just bam, aim and shoot, point and click. A new client of yours recently started her own business. She's in a low tax bracket, and she's the youngest of 5 siblings, the oldest being 35.
We don't care to know that.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm kind of like, okay. She indicates she wants to put money away towards retirement, and she asked what the most appropriate plan for her would be
Is
to
that the HR10 plan?
start an own business. Yeah, I
Yeah,
be like a solo 401k, but these are called Keogh plans. The trusted contact person is the individual who.
that's who I thought Ken was.
Yeah, oh yeah, there you go. Ken was. We should tell that I should put on social media. Hey, I was just doing a Notman exam, and Ken Finnan was the trusted contact person. You're over a little.
Trust contact person.
They are,
I think it's C.
Yeah, that's the only thing that makes it.
yes.
Fred has placed an order to buy 100 shares at 33. The current quote is 31.75, 32.15. Fred's order will.
So we know it's a limit order, right?
Yeah, this is kind of weird. I mean, I think Fred's a little confused here. I don't know why he wants to pay 33 when he can buy the stock at 32.15. I think
It'll
he's
be
going to be.
filled at
I'm gonna go
33.
not be filled.
I'm going to say we're going to fill him at 32.15 because it's an executable
Yeah.
order.
Oh, okay,
I'm
yeah.
going to say that we're going to give him the stock and say, hey, Fred, in the future, I don't know if I would tell you, if Fred, to teach you a lesson, I could have sold that to you at 33 and had a riskless principal trade of 85 cents.
Well, that's
I
what
don't
I was
think-
thinking, that it would be filled at 33.
Well, no, because we can't fill him at 33 if we said we're willing
That's
to.
not the, that's not the quote.
The ask is what the dealer is asking
I'm willing to
for.
sell right now. There's a market maker who's willing to sell this at 32.15. And Fred is an idiot. Because
Yeah.
he wants to pay what?
33.
Good news for Fred. We'll fill him at the ask price.
Okay.
You'd be taking advantage of him to fill him at 33.
That's illegal.
Well, it's unethical, let's say it that way, right?
Okay.
But I would tell you, ladies, that there are some people who think we're doing you a favor to teach you lessons the hard way. Like fill you at 33 and say, I wonder how long it's going to take you to figure out that this is not a good idea. By the way, remember his buy limit should be placed below the market. Below the market, right? He shouldn't be putting the buy limit there because that's foolish, right? You should put your buy limit below the market price.
Yes.
Now, by the way, I don't know what Notman's interpretation of this rule is. So who knows? Maybe they're going to say, hey, we should fill. This is Dean speaking as a person who teaches 5724. We call this an executable limit order, and we should fill it.
Okay.
2 sisters have opened a joint account, tenants in common at the broker-dealer. Subsequently, one of the sisters passes away. Lots of dead people on the test. May her husband recover her funds.
I think
Okay.
it's A.
What do you think?
I think it's A.
No, unless the account was joint tenants with the rights or survivorship. Well, the tenants in common, the dead person's share
It goes to the estate.
Yeah, that's right. The estate or beneficiary.
Right. And
So-
but we don't know
Oh.
what he is.
Yeah, we don't know what. So 2 sisters, one sister dies. May her husband recover her funds. I think it,
Yeah.
it's part of the estate or beneficiary. I'm going to say yes. And I'm
I
gonna
think it's
say,
D.
B of the proper paperwork to recover, or he presents his late will.
No,
probate process.
he presents his late wife's will showing
Yeah,
he's legally entitled.
joint tenants with rights or survivorship would be okay, but I don't think it says that. It says tenants in common. So I'm either
I
going
go
B or
D.
C. I'm gonna say it's gonna go through probate, and I'm gonna decide that I like the legally entitled the will better than that we just assume that he gets it because she could have given it to somebody else. So I'm going D. You're going B, Gabby?
I'm D. No, I'm D as
You're
in
D, you're
dog.
with me. Okay, you're going A?
I don't know what I'm going. Yeah, just go D.
Going A? Okay, we'll flag it. We'll
My
flag it.
brain's starting to get fried.
Well, that's yeah, by the way, on the real test, you want to when you start to feel you're getting fried because it's a long journey through these questions. I want you to take a little mental trip to Tahiti. You're on the beach, you're getting a boat drink. Be careful, those boat drinks have a lot of alcohol in them, so they go down pretty quick and they don't feel like there's alcohol. All right, I'm back. Time to finish strong. I wonder how many people get those high scores without passing who literally do just get tired. And then their
D.
reading skills get diminished. And then next thing they know, they're thinking, oh man, I don't know. I got to find a new job. B, D, what do I care? A, B, 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 C, don't do that, man. Take a strategic pause, gather yourself, finish strong. You might want to do that every 30, 40 questions. Heck, get up, go to the bathroom.
I do. I told
Yeah.
you, Sydney, that
Yeah.
Dean told me
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah, they go get some fresh air. We took a break about halfway. So if you feel like you're fading, I really do think that really happens, that people kind of they just get tired. I mean, no, people aren't wired for 3 hours of sustained concentration. Most people are wired for, I err on saying if I'm in the zone like 45 minutes, when I'm in the real zone, I was in the airport one time, I was in the zone, deep, deep sustained concentration. I'm reading this book and I looked up and everybody at the gate was gone. I go, oh my God, what happened? And I went up to the gate agent and they go, Mr. Tinney, did you not hear us call you like 50 times? I said, no, I was in the zone, man. I was in some alternate universe.
Or
In
we
order
can
to,
do the series 7 calming breath for 7 seconds. Inhale 7 seconds
yeah, yeah,
and then exhale 7 seconds.
yeah, I like it.
In order
What do
that
we
is
got to
intended
do?
to be triggered at
In order that is intended to be triggered at a particular price and executed at the next price is, I like this.
Limit.
Well, executed at the next price, not limit. If you'll accept the next price, it's not a limit order.
Oh yeah.
Because if it was a limit order, it wouldn't be the next price. It would be your price.
At that specific price. Right. A limit order is at a specific price. So an order that is intended to be triggered at
That means
a stop order.
There you go.
Yeah, stop order.
Oh. A firm communication that is sent to 30 retail investors during a 2-week period would be, I know you're going to get this
Retail
right.
communication.
Retail communication.
Boom. And requires pre-distribution approval by a principal. Upon review of a client portfolio, you recognize the fact that the concentration of holding is U.S. equities, and the portfolio needs more international exposure. Which of the following products would not help achieve this goal?
High grade corporate bond fund.
Yeah.
Why is a banker's acceptance?
Because bankers' acceptances are used to facilitate foreign trade, international, right? By the way, it could be international. I don't know. It might be bankers there. Now think about it. Portfolio needs more international exposure, U.S. equities. We'll flag it. Zero coupon bond may be most attractive to.
College planning. C.
College planning.
Boom, right? We get them some 18-year zeros. Your client debt is 38. He's been investing for several years. He's seeking your advice about deploying some capital given his recent promotion. He has cash in 2 529 savings plans for his children. He's willing to take some risk. Given his comfortable salary, which of the following investment strategies would you recommend to Ken?
This is a
Yeah, I'm with you. I think this is a tough one.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and say we know it's not D because that's way too risky.
Yeah, I think A and B are out because, he's 38. It looks like he's got things under control. He said, and then it says he's willing to take some risks. So I'm thinking C or D. I'm gonna go C just because I like
Yeah,
it better than
C,
B.
the International
C,
Equity Fund.
and I said D is way too risky. Emerging
Yeah, I'm with you.
market fund,
Yep, I'm with you. So
That's
we
too
all agree
risky.
C.
yeah.
FINRA rules require the trusted contact person be.
At least 18
At
years
least
of
18.
Yeah, that makes sense. A client recently opened a new account with you and provided all the requested information. 1 month later, they receive a copy of a new account form in the mail and they call you to ask why you sent it. You tell them.
You're required to send this to them for information verification purposes.
That's right. And it has to be
Yeah,
done.
It
within-
does it within 30 days.
Right on. Very testable, right? And then how often do we do it after that?
36 months.
Excellent. And then anytime there's a change. Right. Very testable.
36 months.
Yep. When 36 months, you go, I call you, I say, hey, Gabby, why'd I get this? You say, well, it's been 3 years. We're just making sure everything's, hunky dory and that these are still, did you win? What was that question we had earlier? You won the lottery or, Jim is currently short 100 ABC and short a put. I like this question. This
Very
drives me
risky.
nuts.
Very risky.
A dumb
Very
bear.
risky.
He's a dumb bear. He's got unlimited loss potential. A corporate bond is callable beginning in 3 years. We expect any call premium on this bond.
Hold on. It's callable in 3 years.
Post issue date. With respect to any call premium on this bond, so
Right,
we
that's
know,
they're going to pay you a price, above
Yeah.
par to turn in the bond.
Isn't it the lowest call premium?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
They want to give you the least amount
they
possible.
don't want to pay.
Yeah. They would like a callable with par, give you no premium, right?
Yeah.
Your client has placed an order for 100 shares of ABC, but 1,000 shares were purchased, error in execution. The client calls you next day, asks your help. You should.
A.
A.
Yeah. Listen, every time we get this, it's supervisor, right? Investor has sold 200 shares ABC for loss, repurchased same stock 15 days later. Which of the following statements is true?
She
It's a
can't use
wash.
it. It's a wash.
That's right. Do we have more than that? We got the investor may not use loss from the sale of her entire position. Loss will generate 200, not used loss generate 100. Right? I think 100 or you want 200?
C.
Oh, right. We got more than it says. We all agree it may not use the loss. So now we got to decide, does it affect the entire position or does it affect just the 100 that you sold?
Maybe just the 100.
I think so. A third party has made a post on an interactive website maintained by a FINRA member firm. This post yeah, kind of a weird one.
Maintained by
I'm
a
kind.
Which one?
I feel like it could be C.
Given the answer set, I don't like the answer set.
Or
but
maybe
I don't
like,
either.
I think that's the best answer given the answer set.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like the never subject. I don't like the take it down. I don't like secure location. Frank placed a trade yesterday to purchase 600 shares of ABC. Subsequently received a confirmation he purchased 600 shares. Okay, so he placed the trade yesterday. So far, so
So
good.
it's an error and we need approval.
Oh, we get
from
it. Yeah,
principal.
we got an error. I didn't catch it first. ABC, ABD. Knows the error for calls his firm to report the mistake. The firm when most likely.
Remove the shares from his, no, not a discounted commission. Whoa.
Yeah, we have an error account.
It's not C or
B?
D.
Yeah,
B,
send Frank a letter of
the
apology.
firm's not gonna give him a
Can you
discounted
hold,
commission.
Frank
to
advised,
reverse
can you
trade.
hold? No. I think the best answer here is we're going to reverse the trade, right?
Yeah, I think
Don't
it's
have to
A.
offer discounted and Charman did to reverse the trade. Move the shares from his account.
I
We're
think it's
gonna-
A.
We're gonna give him, when is the firm ever gonna give him a discounted commission?
I don't like that, but that's
Because
the
I
only
think
reason.
that the firm is at fault.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
they are, and they're gonna reverse the trade and remove the sheriff's from his account,
Yeah.
but
You like B better? Yeah.
I
you-
like
I like
B better.
All right, we'll go A and then we'll see what happens.
I don't know them.
A client has a margin account with several open positions. The interest charges the clients will incur. Oh, a layup.
Oh, ooh, the
That's
broker
right.
call
broker
rate,
rate.
because that's for margin.
Broker call. Shareholders ABC have the choice of holding their shares in electronic form in the books of the transfer agent. The mechanism that allows them to do this is,
DRS.
yeah, I think we got to stick to what we said last time, right? All right, good, great job. Ready to submit? Submit exam. Oh, they give us another submit exam. All right, ladies. Wow, we just got to take it together. That's all right. Doing it together, no problem. No problem. All right, well, now where's it show us what we missed?
Go up and then hit view PDF.
Oh, view PDF. Okay. And what red means we missed it?
Yeah, that's what we
Yeah, that
chose,
means-
and then the green's the correct
Okay, let's
answer.
boom, boom, boom. An insurance company maintains an account at a broker dealer. We said must be consistent with the investment policy statement. I don't know why we said that. Need not adhere to FIN.
That must have been an accidental click.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I
us-
don't even remember that
I
question.
don't either. I don't either. I don't even remember us talking about it. Man, that's a nice roll.
Oh,
Have become
50,
very.
60.
No, I think I said very young people, did we not?
I said 50 to 60.
Oh, I said 2030. I missed it. Oh man, bad tutor.
I agreed with Dean on this one, so that was a miss for
All
me.
right, Gabby.
Yes, variable annuities are
Our
suitable
pseudo.
for people approaching retirement age.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can get why.
Gabby's like, yeah, let's go.
I
Well, we
knew I
said
saw
that's
it
suitability
somewhere.
questions, right? That's suitability questions.
Okay, wait, what was that one? It was like
So what are we
105 or
taking
something.
a tally? So Gabby
Keep
won.
going.
We got Gabby's got one on us so far.
Mhm.
Oh, that'll get it done, man. That's a lot of good green. Regarding premiums, we said flexible.
Oh, it was reversed.
Yeah, we had it
So it's
asked
fixed
back.
in variable life, and then
Yeah.
it's flexible,
Yeah. Yeah, who cares?
flexible in the universal. But I don't
When I
think that's
say
going
who
to be
cares,
tested,
I mean
right?
for test purposes,
Yeah, okay.
Man, that'll get it done.
Oh, wait,
Mm.
hold on.
Yeah, I think I talked about this one.
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
talk about that one.
So
At
you
least
were
10%.
corrected. In total, it's 15, but the syndication
10%
fees
or
are
less.
10. Promotional expenses could be another 5. That's printing the memorandum and all that kind of
Okay.
stuff.
It's limited to 10%.
That's right.
All right. let's-
Another nice roll.
Oh, wait, hold on.
This one we were talking about. Exercise rights to purchase 1/3. I thought value of the preemptive would not
Oh,
change. Oh, okay. Well, we missed this one. This one was kind of convoluted. As many shares you have rights. Let's see. The value would not change. So the value would not change. Okay. It's kind of like the split. They're saying it has no effect. I was overthinking it because what I thought here is we're going to have as many shares as we have rights. Kind of a funky question. Boom, boom, boom.
wait, what was that one, Gabby? It was like 105 or something that we wanted to check.
105.
Oh, but
Okay.
we'll,
Oh,
no,
wait,
we'll keep going, obviously. The sale of call.
would be impacted by the following. Yeah, I thought we got this right. Did we not say D?
We did.
Did I
Wait,
just hit the wrong
what did
button?
we say? Yeah, we
We-
said,
I thought we got
the
this right. I must have hit the
amortization.
wrong button. I think
Yeah,
Yeah.
you definitely clicked the wrong button on this
I
one.
remember us talking about that and saying it was
Yeah.
D.
Me too.
An individual holding a variable life is considering taking a loan. We said is permitted, but would represent a taxable. I thought it was C. I think we talked about that one.
Yeah, maybe taken against
And then,
the
by the way,
cap.
that's sometimes very rare, but if you die while there's a loan outstanding, the insurance company will deduct that from the death benefit.
I remember you talking about that. Oh, wait.
A place with this $10 for this item will be,
Oh, we said it was
how in the world did we miss
accredited.
this? The broker dealer is providing for the $10 for there will be. Why are they saying non-accredited? Putting a private place in.
I don't really like that
I
one.
don't know. I don't even understand what what testable distinction they're trying to make here. There's nothing in this about a 506C.
That was a weird one.
That
Very-
was.
You would check with your supers.
Oh.
I just hit the wrong button here.
No, it's saying the correct answer is that we should say, we
Oh.
understand how he feels. And he
Oop,
should
I-
hold
yeah, I
on
didn't
for
like that
now
one at
because
all.
we're very optimistic.
I'm sticking, even if I miss it, I'm going with my supervisor. I tell
Me
my,
too.
Yeah, like I don't like that one.
yeah, I'd say, yeah, I think I got one wrong. It said check with the.
Address the client's concerns, yes, but like go.
I don't
with
like
the
it because that
supervisor.
sounds like we're trying to, convince him that, everything's.
Right.
I don't think the test will make it that hard
Oh,
though.
no. Suitability questions are always tough. We're gonna miss some of them. A recommendation for narrow-based put, individual who's long the shares. No, I think we talked about this one. Right? I think we said we'd go for the narrow-based.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember the different software thing.
Yeah, we talked
Yeah.
about.
up,
When a mutual fund's operating.
expense ratio, we talked about that.
Yeah, that was the one that we both missed.
Oh, wait, hold on. What number are we on?
88.
Okay, 105.
Long day's journey into night for us. I don't listen, we get you. That's how you want to do on the test. Good
Oh,
luck.
wait, 105. It was a DPP.
Yeah. All
You
right.
were right.
I was
Well, I told you, I'm
correct, ladies
prejudicial.
and
That's the problem with being
gentlemen.
an old
So-
old broker. I sold many direct participation programs with income.
And then I was also right again on 106 with
Uh,
Gabby.
Okay, what did I say? I said A.
Said A.
He said
Beat
A.
the tutor. Let's play the game. Beat the tutor. Beat the tutor.
Beat the tutor.
Sydney's up too.
Let's see.
Oh,
Okay, I guess we
Ken.
go with Ken.
Ken.
I'm not gonna do that.
And I
think
was
that-
gonna. Yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna say that, so that's 3 on me, huh?
spread
All right,
whining.
let's see.
Oh, it was a Roth IRA.
I
Yeah,
knew it.
I don't like
almost said
HR
that.
10s because I don't even have them anymore. That's a Keogh plan.
I
So,
knew it.
Okay, but can
Roth
she
IRA.
open that if
Yeah,
she doesn't
sure.
have like a job, like she's her own
it says she's got her,
business?
yeah, it's earned income. If you have
All
your-
of the other plans are qualified, like they're
Yeah.
sponsored by a company.
Oh, I like
Well,
that.
the Keogh plan isn't qualified, is it?
It's true.
HR 10.
I don't even think we have them anymore. Those are called Keogh plans.
And
Okay.
this person was looking for tax free or something.
Two sisters. We said, yeah, I think I said B, right? I like B or D, but I couldn't decide. I like the legal part better.
Oh,
So yeah, because remember
Mm,
beneficiary. So we were on the right track. I think the only reason A wasn't right is because that's just changing the question.
do you think they're
it's
gonna make the
correct.
question easier on this one? Cause this one
Oh
was
yeah,
kind of
absolutely. This was
confusing.
tough. We didn't.
Yeah.
This
That
a-
was like a
entire
weird,
suitability question. We still aced this thing. Let's see.
whew.
I thought remove the shares from his account and charge him. No, I thought, yeah, we should reverse it, but there's a air account. So we're gonna
Gabby, you're pulling
got it.
through on that one again.
I was right.
I didn't like the reverse the trade because we don't really reverse. We have what's called an error account. And so what we do is we unwind it, right? So. All right, ladies. Well, thank you for allowing people to go on a ride along with you. Thanks to our friends at Notman for allowing us to give you a look at some of their content. All their content is excellent. Feel free to use Notman and use the Guru 10 discount code if you choose to. And we'll see you for the next ride along whenever that occurs. And let's just now see if Dean can figure out how to stop our recording. Yeah, I am